My name's Angelo, and welcome to We Want Picks. This is our call-in show. If you're new here and you haven't seen one of these shows, this is a live show. We're live right now, and premium members can call into this show to ask questions, talk about the fights, make some comments, and do all of the things. If you are a premium member and you want to hop on this show and share some thoughts, all you need to do is go to the account page in premium and click the button. There's a button right at the top in red letters there that says call in show. If you're in the Discord and you're a premium member, you can go to the premium alerts channel and click the link there. Hop on, we'll yuck it up. We'll hang out here for about an hour, and we do this show for premium members every single week. If you're not a premium member, well, let me tell you about premium membership. Premium membership is only $10 for an entire month. You're going to get all the picks, the bets, the round line leans, the tools, and the ability to call in the show and some other content as well. Just go to wewantpicks.com, click become a member. It's freaking $10 for an entire month. Here's a look at our pay-per-view record for premium members. 5-2 in that safety parlay with a 26% ROI, 7.29 units of net profit, and a 12% ROI across the board for pay-per-views in 2024. Safety parlay, pay-per-view specifically, 10-2 in the last 8 pay-per-views. Obviously, some events I give you more than one safety parlay, and that has resulted in some net profit as well. You're going to get tools like the line movement tracker. You're going to get tools like the detailed data metrics and analytics. You're going to get tools like the DraftKings ownership. You're going to get tools like the DraftKings, what the hell is this thing called? Optimizer, preloaded with the ownership projections. You're also going to get picks and bets from Artem and our artificial intelligence. If you haven't checked out the artificial intelligence, it's called Pick GPT. That's the name of the tool itself. In the menu, click on Pick GPT and you'll see all the information there. You're missing out because this thing is absolutely hammering fight picks. We know how volatile betting on UFC is, and the artificial intelligence is picking fights at a much higher accuracy than human beings have been. All that, so much more, the ability to call in the show, only $10 for an entire month. And if you sign up today, what's today date, guys? Today is the 30th. What's the date of UFC Vegas 303? That is the 29th. So if you sign up today, you're going to get UFC 302, every single event along the way, and then UFC 303 as well. This is actually the greatest time to sign up for premium membership. WeWantPicks.com. Click become a member at the top. It's only $10. I see a bunch of you guys in the queue. Let me just move these slides forward, take a sip of my alcoholic beverage, and then we will get to the callers. I'm back on the wagon, guys, okay? I'm back on the wagon. We're sipping. Oh, baby, that was a guzzle, not a sip. Conrad, you froze. Oh, there you go. How you doing, bud? Welcome to the show.
Hello?
Yeah, you're on.
What's up, man? Hey.
How are you?
My Wi-Fi just cut out. I'm doing good, dude. I just got done watching the press conference.
What'd you think of it? I saw pieces of it. My kids have cheerleading practice, so I saw pieces of it. Dustin got Islam a little fired up, huh?
Yeah, he did. It seems like he gets offended pretty easily, so he probably said something that he didn't mean and probably took it the wrong way, but I think they still have a lot of respect for each other. I think the official, sorry, I have it here. The official, let me read it. Hold on. Jacob sent me the official, I guess, transcript, you can call it. Dustin Poirier said, I'm going to knock you out Saturday. Sleep. I'm going to sleep stop you. You're going to be diving at my legs praying. You're going to sleep, MFer. And then Islam got all worked up saying, don't say MFer. Don't say that. Don't say that or I'll slap you. So I guess just calling him MFer is what got him riled up. Yeah. I don't know. This is a fighting game.
I know. It's a little sensitive of you.
Yeah, a little sensitive for sure. No, I thought he really got under Dustin's skin. I mean, to me, everything that I was picking up social cues wise was Dustin looks a little edgy. So that's not the Dustin that I wanted to see, because obviously I would root for the underdog here. I wouldn't place a bet on him, but I would definitely root for him to pull this win off. But after seeing how shaky he was at that press conference, I definitely don't have any high hopes for him now. Definitely didn't seem like his head's in the right spot. But
nothing about things that Dustin has been saying or his body language this week or anything indicates he's prepared to win. Talking about, I'm probably going to retire no matter what. This is my last chance. He doesn't seem like a guy that's ready or not
Yeah, no, I
ready. I'm
completely
sure
agree.
he's ready. He doesn't seem like he's expecting to win. And we just watched him. Frankly, we just watched Benoit Saint Denis ragdoll the shit out of him for 5 minutes, and then he caught him and finished him. But like, Islam is 10 times better than Benoit, and I imagine he ragdolls him too. So I don't think Destin has high hopes for himself here.
Yeah, that was the other thing he said. I don't know if you saw the clip, but he pretty much just came out and said Dustin's weakness is his wrestling, and that's what's gonna be targeted for Islam.
Good.
So we'll see. I mean, I can't blame him from going that route, but yeah, we'll see. I'm super stoked. I just bought the pay-per-view, so.
Oh yeah, the $10 savings. That's a nice little thing that they do.
Oh really?
If you buy the pay-per-view early, and maybe you missed out because I don't know when they cut it off, it's $10 off if you buy it early.
Oh, okay, I never.
Which is $10 is a good chunk.
Yeah, especially when you're buying 10 pay-per-views a year.
No, yeah, exactly. You basically get a free
so.
one. Yeah, you get a free pay-per-view a year if you buy them a few days before the event.
Yeah, man, I just felt that just blew me away. I'm definitely excited. I did place a bet on Islam, so that definitely makes me feel more secure. And shout out to you guys. You guys are the best in the business. So,
oh man,
I'm so happy. I think when I joined, I was scrolling on YouTube one day. I found you guys. You guys had 2,000 subscribers on YouTube.
Oh shit, you've been here a while then.
You guys blew up. Yeah, man, it's definitely been over a year. You guys have blown up, and it's been a hell of a ride. Yeah.
Yeah, we did. Thank you. I listen. I genuinely appreciate that. This isn't easy to do. It seems easy. You click a button, you're live. It's not easy to do. I give Jacob a ton of credit. Jacob might hop on, but I see people in the chat. Angelo fired him. First of all, we had a phenomenal show Tuesday. Why would I fire Jacob? Jacob's the reason for a lot of this growth, because when we first started, I was all about like, we have to be ridiculously serious and ridiculously regimented, and we have to be better than everybody else. Like, that's why we have real graphics and not just the topology bullshit. And I kept all of that, the regimented, videos on the right days every week, the graphics, all that. But Jacob like added the funny, the loose. Like, Jacob was very much he watches video game streamers, so he took that aspect and brought it over. So Jacob's a big reason for the growth, but I appreciate people that have been here for a long time.
Yeah, I'm super excited for this fight. That's all I got. If you're watching this and you're not a premium member, become a premium member. It's $10.
That's literally why it's $10. It's literally $10 so that the sales pitch is like, dude, it's $10. Like, what are we discussing? And now
you can't even get Netflix for $10 anymore.
You can't get anything for $10. Even in this space, there are dorks selling their version of this for more than $10, and it's just a list on Patreon. Like, you cannot compete with the $10. It's impossible. But the reason that like right now, this event, it's like a no-brainer because UFC 303 is less than a month away. So that is included for anybody who hasn't signed up yet.
Yeah. No, your job is definitely not easy, and this year has definitely gotten
harder.
The first 4 title fights were all upset. I might be wrong. Definitely the first 3
It was
fights.
Something dramatic, yeah.
Yeah, we're all upsets, and then even the prelims have been rocky. So I don't know how you guys do it, honestly. I try and look at your guys' picks, think about my picks, and then try and meet somewhere in the middle. But this year has been rough. The competition's only getting better. The champions are only getting better. It's only getting harder. But
I think people, I don't know what it is. Because I think there may be a couple factors. Because I agree with you. I don't have the stats in front of me, but more major underdogs have lost this year than any other year. We started the year on fight cards like 5-1 with underdogs winning in main events or something absurd like that. And we have had more cards where the biggest favorite on the entire card lost than I could ever remember. Not just big favorite, the biggest favorite on the entire card. Remember when 40-year-old Oven St. Preux won? He was the biggest underdog on that card and he won. Mataus Rebecki. Mataus didn't go out like a bitch. Like, that was a great fight.
Right.
And he looked like he was going to dominate. That was a great fight. But still, biggest favorite on that card lost. Islam was not the biggest favorite the other day. He is now. Watch him lose. Like, it's crazy what's happening to these massive favorites. And what do you think it is? I don't think it's the sports books are shitty at putting out odds. Do you think it's just because it's a volatile sport and it's bound to happen? Or do you think that the odds are wrong and the money's moving things the wrong direction?
Honestly, I feel like the odds are pretty spot on. And it was kind of nice at first once this whole DraftKings started blowing up. Like the guys that they had making the spreads weren't on top of it as they are now. So now it's a lot more difficult. And it's only going to get more difficult the further it keeps going. But I just think the sport in the last 20 years has blown so far out of proportion that you have guys in every single country in the best gyms in the world, and they're all competing just to get together. They're all trained. I mean, there's mixed martial arts. There's so much that goes into it. It's really a chess game of fighting, and it's just going to keep getting better and better and better. And yeah, it kind of sucks. I don't know. The competition is just so in-depth and it's so detailed that just one wrong move, one slip or one blink, really, you're already volatile. You're already putting.
I mean, that's what happened to Benoit Saint-Denis. He beat the shit out of Dustin Poirier, ragdolled him, and then caught one right hook, and then that was the end of that. And it's always been a volatile sport, but I think you're probably right where it is. Everybody is so good at everything that even though on paper and record-wise and credential-wise they're this far apart, the reality is like everybody is so good at everything that, hey, a little bit more takedown defense, all of a sudden you do win that fight.
Yeah,
and that's
for
what
sure. Definitely. It comes down to the details for sure.
Yeah. I mean, Diego Ferreira beating Mataus Rebecki, that first round could have been a 10-8 for Mataus. He beat the shit out of Diego Ferreira.
Yeah.
But Diego was stuck tough, landed a couple of good shots, swelled his eye, and now all of a sudden the tides are turning a little bit. And it wasn't because Diego's the better fighter and those odds were correct. In that first round, those odds were not wide enough. And then a couple of right moves, couple of small mistakes, and all of a sudden things take a turn. So yeah, I think you're right. I think it's just
you never know.
Everybody's so good.
Right. And then the hardest part is trying to figure out where their head's at, where their mind's at going into the fight. Are they just looking at, okay, this will be my third fight this year. Let me secure this purse and we can live good. Maybe next year I'll only take a couple fights, but let me try and squeeze in as many fights as I want. Or are they actually on a path where they're actively looking to rank up and they want to fight the best? You know, so every fighter has a different headspace, and then whatever they have going on in their personal lives, you know, you can train your ass off, but
yeah,
if your mind isn't right going into that fight in front of that stage, millions of people watching worldwide, you know, you never know. And the take that I got from that press conference is Dustin Poirier wasn't looking too sharp mentally. So I'm glad I didn't put anything on that. I won't, but I hope for the best. And I hope he pulls it off.
I think everybody will be rooting for him. I don't know who would be actively rooting for Islam unless you bet on him, which is totally fair. But if you're removing bets from the equation and money, everybody's heart will be with Dustin. And what is funny is if you look at it, Dustin has had, let me pull up his Tapology real quick. He's had a couple very shitty performances in a row, and I am including the Benoit Saint-Denis win. So Dustin Poirier beat Benoit Saint-Denis after getting ragdoll tooled around, and he was completely unconscious against Justin Gaethje. Right. Obviously, right before that, he did beat Michael Chandler in a war, and then Charles Oliveira submitted him. Like, he's got this title shot, and he has been at the top of the pile for a very, very long time, but he does lose the big fights. They keep saying 3 title fights that he's lost. It's more than 3, because he lost to Khabib, title fight. He's lost 3. He's about to lose 4. He lost the Khabib title fight, lost to Charles Oliveira title fight, lost to Justin Gaethje. That was a title fight for the BMF belt. And now he's about to lose. He's about to be the Uriah Faber of this weight class, just losing title fights.
For real.
Which sucks because he does seem like a decent dude.
Yeah. No, I like Justin. Everybody likes Justin. Yeah. So we'll hope for the best, but it's a fight. Anything can happen. So we'll see Saturday night.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. People are sort of ragging on the card as a whole. I do think it's a good card. I'm happy to pay the money. There's I
think it's a great card.
Yeah. Some people are making fun of the main card, and they just took Jolton Almeida off the main card, which is a bizarre move to me. I don't know why. You have 2 high-level heavyweights and you replace them with a couple of very unreliable welterweights. Seemed odd to me, but I I like it. As long as there's 3 like really, really good fights that I love, I'm happy to pay for it. Just give me 3 on that main card and we're good.
It did not used to be like this until like in the last 4 years. They are pumping out fights. Some months there's a fight every single Saturday. It was never a thing. Normally it was like there's a pay-per-view in May. The next one is at the end of June. So the way these fighters, these top 10 fighters in all the weight classes, they're going to be spread thin throughout the year.
Yeah.
But they'll have a couple banger cards where, okay, in June they're going to have the whole main event is going to be fucking ranked people. Like they're going to keep doing that. But yeah, no, it's good. It's good for the sport that they spread them thin. You get to see more fighters. You get to watch more fights. Yeah, it's good.
No, I completely agree because frankly, even this year started with an 11-week fight streak. Every single Saturday for 11 weeks there were fights. Last year there was an 18-week stretch in the middle of summer. 18 weeks where there was not, and it like wore us out because we're like, Jesus. 18.
Yeah, I bet.
But then as soon as you get the week off, you're like itching, like, what do I watch on Saturday now? Like, this is crazy.
Wrong.
There's nothing.
What am I going to do Saturday? Yeah.
Yeah. No, the UFC's growth exploded with COVID when they were the first sport back and insisted on like fights constantly, week in, week out, crank out the fights. And it was important. So I'm good with it.
Yep. Yeah, I completely agree. Yeah, I'm super stoked, super excited. I'm going to get off here and let somebody else talk. If you're not a premium member, become a premium member.
I appreciate that. Thanks for calling in.
All right, Angelo. Thanks.
All right, see ya. Let's hit up some live chat. That was Conrad calling in. He talked about the press conference. I did see pieces of that press conference. It was interesting. Paulo Costa is a funny dude because I want him to win. I'm not anti-Sean Strickland, but I do want Paulo Costa to win. I don't know why, but it is funny because on social media, he's hilarious. And then he gets in the press conference and like, honestly, his English is it's not nearly as good as you remember it being. So he was like sort of struggling to be witty and have comebacks and stuff like that. But I'll be rooting for Paulo Costa. I think he's an exciting guy. He always lays it out there. He fights like a man. He does all those things. What else happened at that press conference? It wasn't a very eventful press conference. Definitely the Islam Dustin stuff was interesting. Islam just sort of fake pitying Dustin. Oh, I feel bad for this guy. He keeps losing to top people. I feel bad. But hey, I get it. He does keep losing. This will be his 4th title loss if he loses this fight. Let's hit up some of the live chats here. Mavs up 12. Dr. Y, can I call in and not do video? You are a giant supporter, so I'll probably allow you to do it. But for the most part, no, because I don't know who the hell's hiding behind that blank screen. But you're a big supporter, so I'll probably allow that for you. Mickey Gall bit Diego Sanchez, gave Igor Severino another chance. The biting from Igor Severino was crazy. First of all, I thought he was winning that fight. People want to throw a temper tantrum. No, he wasn't. Blah, 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 blah. Literally, a judge scored it for him as well. It was at least close enough to not throw a temper tantrum that I said I think he was winning. Why you're biting a guy when you're basically winning is crazy. I've been coaching wrestling for a very, very long time. Wrestling for a very, very long time. And I've seen a million bites in wrestling, but it's typically a kid with braces or typically a kid that's getting cross-faced or in a cradle, and it's just right there. Where Igor Severino went out of his way to bite this dude. It was a bizarre move, and it sucks because his career is officially over. Once the UFC is off the table, that's it. And it's not like Igor Severino was this massive prospect, this dude that was going to sell 1 million tickets and ride the UFC into a region and do all of that so the UFC will just pretend it didn't happen and bring him back. No. It was just a guy they brought in that was a decent prospect, was having a pretty good fight, bit somebody, fired, done, goodbye. And that's it. There is no point in fighting if the UFC is not an option. There's already no money in this. There's no money for fighters. The top of the food chain make good money. The rest of them don't make good money. You just watch Miranda Maverick, a name that we all know. Miranda Maverick, a ranked fighter, is talking about like, I don't make enough money to survive. I fight 2 times a year, maybe 3, making, what on paper looks like 100-something grand, which if you're making 150 grand and you've got a regular job and a regular life, that's you could have a good life depending where you live, right? If you live in freaking Manhattan, maybe not, but depending where you live, you could have a good life making that money. But in this case, let's say she makes 150 grand and then 20% to the coaches, whatever percentage to taxes, another percentage of this money has to keep her going for her camps. You and I, we go to work every day. My expenses don't go up. Because I have a big meeting in 6 weeks, my expenses don't go up. If you're a professional fighter and you have a fight coming up, you make $0. Your fight is coming up, but leading up to that fight, you have to pay all your coaches. You're buying all sorts of clean specialty foods, buying all sorts of supplements. Like your expenses go up before you make some money to potentially pay them off. So point being to all of this, somebody like Igor Severino, who no longer will ever have a chance at the UFC to make any real money, I mean, his career's done, and he needs to move on and get a regular job somewhere because that's it. That's it for him. Even like the PFL, they're not going to scoop up somebody that got fired from the UFC for biting somebody. They'd scoop you up if you were old and famous. They'll scoop you up if you're like some really talented prospect, a hot chick. They're not going to scoop up some fired UFC biter. So Igor Severino, that's it. His career is effectively done forever, and that sucks. But I mean, he did it to himself. Angelo fired Jacob. Yeah, he's done. Oh, this is a response to this. Jacob's lock of the week is a thumbs down, and that's why Angelo fired Jacob. Jacob's not fired. He's at the gym right now. He wasn't feeling well, so he was sort of laying down all day, and then was like, I need to get up, see if I can push this out of my system, went to the gym. And I told him, I was like, if you don't want to do the call show, you don't have to, no big deal. Especially after Tuesday's show was fan-fucking-tastic. That's the best one we've done in a while. Jacob's lock of the week, a thumbs down. I disagree. I picked against him, but I don't think it's a bad pick. The only reason I picked against him is the short notice and the stage. But he's a good fighter. Mitch Raposo, whatever the fuck, is a good fighter. He's got all the tools, and he's not like he's fighting. Like Andre Lima, everybody, what I don't understand with this narrative here is people like, oh, everybody Mitch beats sucks. Mitch hasn't beat anybody at the level of Andre Lima. Let me pull up the level of Andre Lima that people are going on about. Andre Lima has 8 fights. One of them ended by bite. So he had 7 fights. And there's not a single name on here that you would ever recognize. Hickson Zadim, Igor Talin, Alexandre Rodriguez, Nathan Zeal, Victor Santos, Luis Faras. Like, you don't know these people. So the whole narrative of Mitch Raposo hasn't fought somebody as good as Andre Lima is an absurd narrative. Andre Lima has also not fought anybody and has not fought anybody as good as Mitch. So, that's the dumbest narrative I've seen. I don't understand it. It makes no sense to me whatsoever. I picked against Mitch. I did pick Andre to win, but my logic wasn't skill set. I think skill for skill, Mitch is the better fighter. My logic was the short notice and the stage. This dude went from an Ultimate Fighter house to the Apex to a giant pay-per-view within driving distance of his home. That's on short notice. There's a lot going on there, but I will not agree with the narrative that A, it's a bad pick because I don't think it is, and B, he hasn't fought anybody as good as Andre. Oh, levels. Why? Because it's in the UFC? Because Andre has a win in the UFC? He got bit. He doesn't have a win in the UFC. He got bit. It's a DQ. That's that. Thanks for the help on the Discord. Yeah, Bill Norman, we did a full website overhaul. Premium members, we put out a survey to premium members at the beginning of the year. And it was like 50 questions or something like that. Basically like, hey, the well over 3,000 of you who pay for the service and use the website day in and day out, we want to continue to improve these things. And so we asked a whole bunch of questions. What do you use? What do you not use? Like what do you want to add? All these things. And one of the themes in there is, while I love that Angelo has his own page and Jacob has his own page, I want to see it all together. When I want picks, I want to see every single person's picks together so I can see where they agree, where they disagree. Same with bets. I want to see all the bets. I don't want to have to jump between pages. So we just did a huge website overhaul, which one, looks great, and two, simplifies all of that. Now, all of the picks are in one chart. My picks, Jacob's picks, Artem's picks, and the artificial intelligence picks are in one chart. So you can see where we all agree, where we disagree. Because I know what a lot of people are doing, and I'm seeing it in the comment sections, are they're seeing where Jacob and I agree, and then where the artificial intelligence agrees. And then when that happens, they're like, I'm betting it. And apparently it's been working out. I don't do that, but apparently it's been working out. So either way, what we've done is we've done that overhaul, and Bill Norman, I guess, we just flipped to the new website a couple days ago. Bill Norman here hadn't logged in since then, so he's like, where the hell is Angelo's page? So I helped him through that. Hit too close. I don't know. Oh, I get it now. I get it. So I guess the narrative here is that he doesn't get that MFer is just a derogatory term in America, and he thinks it's literal, that he called him an actual mother have her sexer with her. Makhachev cut from a different cloth. They all are. They've dedicated their every minute of their entire life to becoming these people. They've like every minute of their life is dedicated to becoming a world champion, to being the best to ever do it. They never lose motivation. They never think, this is an easy fight, blah, blah, blah. None of that. Everything they do is literally to be the world champion and do what they do. Let's see. Biggest favorite Bo Nickel one. Yeah, no shit. I didn't say the biggest favorite on every card loses. I just pointed out that this year, more cards have had the biggest favorite lose than any other year at this point. Benoit should have pulled out. Staph out of his mind. The staph infection thing's crazy because what is this? Zoom in on Paulo Costa's foot now, which has a fucking hole in it. Paulo Costa most likely has staph. And I saw Jacob posted some pictures of Paulo Costa's foot, and then Chase Hooper retweeted it saying, everybody, every week there's some mat burn that people think is a staph infection, blah, blah, blah. Listen, I've been on the mats. Chase Hooper, I've definitely been grappling and wrestling longer than Chase Hooper has, just off sheer age. Sheer age. It's impossible that he's been doing it as long as I have. I have seen mat burn a million times over. I have permanent scars. This is probably a bad idea. Let's see. Here we go. These are permanent mat burn scars, okay? Every single one of these is a permanent, it's perfectly flush. These are not cuts. They're not open. These are mat burn scars from 20-something years. Oh, I don't know if I just muted by accident. Those are mat burn scars for 20-something years of doing this. So, point being, Chase Hooper is going to make it sound like, oh, Jacob's an idiot. People are idiots for accusing everybody of having a staph. If we look at my knee, which I guess I'm very excited to continue to show you, okay, if this was tweeted and said, oh, Angelo has a staph infection, yeah, these are scars. These are mat burn scars from putting in thousands of hours on a mat and ripping it up. I have it on the top of my foot too, which I'm not going to be able to get up there. If that was the tweet, then sure, you're right. People are being ridiculous. Paulo Costa has a hole in his foot. There's a hole in his foot. That is not mat burn. It is a hole from a staph infection. So he has staph. Benoit Saint-Denis had staph. Same exact thing. People were tweeting about a dot in his forehead, a hole in his forehead. People were tweeting about it. People were like, it's not staph. It's not staph. It was staph. He said it was staph. I'm on antibiotics for staph. It was freaking staph. Dwari, how you doing?
What's going on, man?
How are you?
Pretty good, man. I've been trying to call in, but then, the wife is all over me, so I had to give my son let him pretend to drive a little bit. And then in the driveway.
There you go. What's going on?
Not much, man. I took the girl to Bad Bunny last week. Now she won't leave me alone. You know what I mean?
That's funny. Well, you should get. Sounds like you earned some leave alone time.
Yeah, a little bit, but yeah, between her and then we just got the little black German Shepherd. So she's like, "Baby, go get this one. Go get this one." So yeah, I got 2 kids now apparently. One with fur and one with curly hair.
My puppy is laying here right now in a cone on his head because we just had him fixed, and they're a lot of work.
Yeah, I think mine's 10 weeks now, so it's a little time before we got to go get him fixed.
Yeah. We waited. The vet was like, wait as long as you can because they're healthier. You know, if you fix them too early, they don't get as big. They're not as strong. So we waited as long as we could, and then he started trying to impregnate things in the house, and then peeing in corners. So we're like, he's got to get fixed. So
that's funny.
We ran it out as long as we could.
Yeah, I figured I'd call in, man. He started showing legs. I thought, what's Angelo going to show next, man? Let me call in. Get this man some company real quick.
Stop the strip show. But like everybody's convinced that there's staff across the board. But I agree. I think Paulo Costa has staff. Have you seen those pictures?
Yeah, he looks he got something on there, man. That's
there's
not
a
natural.
Hole in his foot. Yeah, that's not a scrape on a mat. There's a hole in that dude's foot.
Yeah, when you fight for a living and do all that, man, you're gonna get bumps and bruises and scrapes. But that's not a normal, interaction from that. There's something going on, and he's not gonna last 5 rounds with Sean.
No, not on antibiotics. Antibiotics absolutely just rip the cardio out of you.
Yeah, he's got to land something crazy early, which after he got swept by Perez, he's been pretty smart. So he should be all right. And he'll probably just wear him out with that volume.
You watch fights, buddy? You watch fights with your dad?
Tell him.
Yeah.
Yeah, nice. Do you have a favorite fighter?
He's like daddy.
No? Yeah. Yeah.
No, his kid loves UFC. He calls it wrestling, though. But
it's fine.
Part of it's wrestling. But he could, let's wrestle. And he starts throwing haymakers and he grapples with daddy.
I try to get my daughter's, how old is he?
4.
4? Okay. Oh, wow. He looks big for 4.
Yeah, he's like the smallest in his class, and he's like the biggest kid in his class.
Yeah, that's crazy. I was going to say, you mean he's the youngest and the biggest?
Yeah, he's the youngest. Yeah. His birthday's in August, so it's right before school starts. So.
Yeah. Yeah, it's crazy because my youngest is 5 and my oldest is 7, and I try to get them to watch fights with me, and they will sometimes, but they'll be like, do we want black shorts or red shorts? Like, who do we want? Just off that. And I'm like, this guy. And then they just do their fake cheer thing. But I'm trying to get them to care.
I don't have red uniform anymore.
That's right. Yeah, he picks short colors as well. And this kid, he likes the violence. He's like, Dad, he got knocked out. I was like, yeah.
There you go.
Black shorts isn't having it.
Yeah. There you go. No, this whole generation will grow up watching it. I didn't get to watch it till I was, it started in 93. So I was 10 when it started. So.
For sure.
You rooting for anybody in that main event? Are you a typical let's hope Dustin wins, but he probably won't kind of guy?
Yeah, I'm actually a fan of both of those guys. I hate to see old man Poirier getting knocked out and choked out, but I've always I was like, Islam's gonna be a problem. This guy's gonna be a problem, and then he finally wins the belt. I'm like, this guy's good. So honestly, whoever wins, I'm happy, but I do think that Islam probably. I think Dustin's trying to bait him into boxing with him, but the moment he feels some kind of heat, the man is diving for ankles and taking him down. He's not going to stand there and box with him.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, that's what happened at the press conference, right? Dustin's like, oh, okay, then strike with me. You won't. It's like, yeah, I won't, and I don't need to. Like, why would I do that? That's dumb.
You go feel like it's a boxing match. Listen, you'll go to sleep if you don't tap.
Yeah. No, exactly. Like fighters always try that. They try to, you won't stand with me. I bet you're just going to like, yeah, you're right. Why would I do that?
Yeah, I like my belt and the money. So no,
yeah,
sir.
They literally get paid twice as much to win. Twice as much. It's this much money to show up, this much if you win. Obviously, title fights, champs, a little different pay structure, but it's like, yeah, they're going to make the best decisions they can to win fights, not. Like, he's not Michael Chandler. Michael Chandler will do whatever just to be entertaining. Fine. But like Islam and the Dagestanis, they fight to win and nothing else. They don't fight to put on a show. They fight to win. And it makes sense because that's how they feed their families.
Of course. All right. Ready, big man? All right. Hey, man, good talking to you. Good luck with those picks this week and those bets.
Thank you. Thank you. Well, you too. Enjoy the fights. Thank you.
Die in my dream.
Huh?
I tell the guy with me.
What's your dream about? We got to go. Tell him what.
Wrestling.
You were wrestling?
No. Team was wrestling.
The team was wrestling. Okay, cool. All right, man. Later.
Hi, thanks for calling in. Appreciate you.
Guys,
Enjoy the
you
fights.
know the green.
Jakey boy.
There he is.
People think I fired you. Somebody said I fired you because your lock of the week sucks. And then not only did I sit on here defending the lock of the week, I also showed my legs. Did you see that whole thing?
No, I only watch stuff that I'm a part of.
Yeah, I don't. If I'm not in it, I don't really care that much.
Don't give a flying fuck. Are we allowed to
Well,
go
here,
somewhere?
let me show you my legs again very quickly. You're gonna appreciate this. It was about you.
I just did squats today. I was just doing squats. You want to see my fucking legs? You want to see this screenshot here? Okay.
Yeah, let's see.
Let me see.
Is this a thirst trap Instagram picture?
I'll show this, and then you can determine if you actually want to show your legs again or not.
I'm showing scars like a man.
I mean, look at the caboose on this thing.
Dude, who took a picture of your ass? You just set your camera up like
shit.
somebody that Joey Swole is going to yell at?
This was on TMZ paparazzi. Literally. I walked out of the gym. I get an alert on my phone. Celebrity streamer spotted at the gym, and here I am. Somebody was sneaking up. Somebody spotted me at the gym and was like, "Holy cow! Look at the caboose on this thing." I didn't know he was packing like that. My God! So
do you film all your? You know when you're really gonna make it, Jacob? When you're filming yourself and somebody walks past it, and you go, ugh, ugh, and then Joey Swole's big ass head pops up on the screen, going, "Mind your business and do better."
Right.
Yeah, that's how we'll know that you made it.
I mean,
I do love those Joey Swole videos. And you know what's funny? Obviously, you've seen them. And you knew who he was before I knew who he was.
Oh, I knew. He used to be not hated.
Scam, right? A crypto
Yeah,
scam?
No, it was the Shreds. The whole Shreds company was. It was a wild thing to see happen because they were on top of the world. It was him and Devin Physique and Paige. Can't remember her last name. I think she actually lives in Dallas now. I follow her on Instagram. But it was like they were like the big three, and then it turns out they were photoshopping pictures, and they were doing all sorts of this stuff. And then Joey actually, I think, made out the best of that because I think he was the first one to kind of separate himself. But yeah, and he's been through a fucking shit ton as well. I mean, he was like a pill addict, and
Oh, really?
yeah, because he even posted like it got real bad, and then when he was going through like withdrawals, he posted stuff, and so he's been through that, and he's been through like heart surgeries and stuff. I assume from all the steroids.
Oh, I think he just had an issue like recently because I just saw a random TikTok video that was like, "I haven't been here for a week because I almost died."
Yeah.
It's like, what?
That's what.
Well, he's a tiny little guy. Obviously, he's tremendous this way, but he's a
Like
tiny
5'6",
little
5'7".
guy.
A lot of
yeah.
those people are. You'd be very surprised. Like even what's his name, Phil Heath, and I mean a lot of those bodybuilders are like 5'7", 5'8", like Mr. Olympias and stuff like that.
Well, because it's easier to make a bicep that's this long.
That's
this
what I mean. That's
big
what's
than
so
if it's
impressive
this
about
long.
Arnold. Like people compare Arnold's physique to a lot of people.
Yeah, he's
but
6'2" or something.
He's a big dude with that physique. It's crazy. It's crazy.
Yeah. No, I do
So
remember.
back to your legs, yeah.
So where this started is I mentioned that you tweeted the Paulo Costa the hole in his foot,
people did
a
not like
gaping
that.
hole, and that Chase Hooper tried to shame you into. He
Chris
said
Curtis
something
did
to.
too.
He retweeted you saying the same thing, or he
No,
just commented on that?
he replied to it, and was like, "That's obviously Matt Burns."
Dude, here's Matt. This is why I showed my legs. First of all, let me see if I can pull this picture on here. Hold on. I can't pull the picture. You hold the picture up to the screen. There's a hole in his fucking foot. A hole. You can
Right, that's
see
what I'm
a
saying.
divot.
It's like-
There's a hole. And here's what I was showing. These are permanent Matt Burns scars. Never at one time was this a crater. These were scrapes where the skin comes off and then a lumpy scab, and the scab goes away, and just permanent scars. That foot is a hole. You can fit something inside of that. That is not Matt Burns.
Like all those scars are probably Matt Burns, right?
Correct. I have the exact same scars on my feet around, not where his are surprisingly low. But yeah, leave it right there. That's perfectly focused. Dude,
My arm's getting tired.
You could fit a marble in there. That is not mat burn. It just isn't.
That's
and
what's
it's
funny too is like because
that they defend him.
You have trained and you have been in wrestling rooms basically your whole life and stuff like that. And everyone's like anybody that would have any knowledge of training or would understand that's obviously mat burn.
Dude, it's a hole. I've never had a hole. Like it's not.
That's why I was
burn.
interested to see your take. Like maybe it could be, but. You know,
dude, this is my take was because somebody said Josh in our group chat there was like, why is there so much staff lately? And it's because it's not. I don't think it's new. It's the two-a-days. Because what happens is you're training multiple times a day. So what they don't do is go home and boil themselves after every single training session. They get a little lax, a little lazy with it, or I just hit mitts. Whatever. I don't need to. And then all those gross whatever sit on them, and it turns into ringworm, staph, and everything else. Not diverticulitis, some other one. But the other thing is the equipment is the issue. Because I think one of the comments was, do they clean the mats in that gym? Most gyms have clean mats. There's always somebody. Most gyms, the mats are okay. The issue is your own personal equipment. If you rewear your shorts, if you rewear your gi, a lot of these people not washing their gi after every single session, which is fucking crazy to me. Or your boxing gloves. You got to get a Clorox bleach wipe and wipe that shit down. A lot of people are not doing that. And when you train once, you're not in fight camp, once a day, every other, whatever. It's when you're training multiple times a day that people get lazy with the personal hygiene and they end up with fucking staff.
Did you clean my blood off your gloves, or are you going to keep? You should.
That's in a frame right here above my head. I'll show it in the Fight Foods vlog.
The gloves are.
No, not the gloves. Those are my real gloves, but I did wipe
that
them
would be
down.
Funny if you should have framed it with the blood on it, because that's when I immediately because that was literally the first bloody nose I've ever had. I don't know if I'm hijacking this, by the way. I don't know if you
no.
That was literally the first bloody nose in my entire life. I've never had a bloody nose,
which
and when
is crazy.
I felt it right on the tip of my nose, like a pop almost, which was a weird feeling. And then I was like, what's that smell? And then you jabbed
like
me
a
again.
Penny.
Well, it was the smell first, and then you jabbed me again. And when you pulled your glove up, it was just covered in blood. And I was like, "Oh, my nose is bleeding. That is absolutely incredible." But oh yeah, the staff thing is. What's funny is I don't think I told you this. But obviously. Everyone knows about staff. That was my first time in like a jiu-jitsu gym or anything like that. And obviously we were rolling around.
You were terrified of
it.
Dude,
I was absolutely terrified of getting staff. I wore leggings and stuff like that. Like, so I immediately got home and took a shower. I was like 15 minutes. Like every crevice was antibacterial. I on my way home, I didn't tell you this. I stopped at CVS to make sure I got antibacterial like body wash stuff to make sure.
I only use that. I use Dial soap for that reason. Yeah, Dial is antibacterial. So
I literally stopped on my way home to get antibacterial to go. But what I didn't tell you is this. Remember at one point you punched me and my contact fell out. And we had to stop because my contact or whatever.
You're squirting soap in your eyes to get rid of bacteria.
I didn't even think about that until as I was getting ready to leave, one of the guys that was there, I think it was the guy that was just sitting in the corner like spectating, like just watching. Like
Eric?
Yeah. I don't know who it was, but he wasn't saying anything or whatever. He was just hanging out.
Oh, the coach's son.
Well, it was an older guy.
Okay, well, now I'm out of names.
Well, he was just kind of sitting there the whole time. I think he was just sitting there drinking beer. It wasn't the young guy, wasn't the coach, but it was the other guy. But anyway, we were getting ready to get done or whatever. We were saying goodbye or whatever. And I was telling him, I was like, yeah, I got to go home so I don't get staph. He's like, yeah, that staph in your eye.
And then you're like, what?
I was like, I literally was like, oh no. Because I had a full, for like 3 days, I was like, every time I had like a little twitch or anything, I was like,
"This is it."
I was like, "Oh my god!" Because it fell out on the thing, and I just went and I just put it back in or whatever, and I was like, "Oh my god, I'm gonna get staph in my eye." This is. But he literally put that fear in me, just by like some funny. He thought it was funny, probably, but
yeah. Well, it's not that easy to get staph. Like you have to be.
It seems like
pretty
it's
dirt. Well, where it happens is you do have a cut. Like let's say Paulo Costa did have mat burn. That is perfectly reasonable. So when you and I fought at the gym, the mats were black. Those were like ribbed mats. They ripped me up. Like I was my knees, my feet. I had to tape.
Instead of just like flat, like soft.
Correct. I had to like literally
like gymnastic
tape
mats.
I had to tape my feet. No, gymnastic mats are like They have fabric. Those are worse. I had to tape my
I'm just
feet
talking
and
about,
knees.
like the cheap, like if you buy a mat for your
Just the yeah.
like my sister those all the time.
So I would have to tape all the cuts, all the mat burn before going the train, just to close it up. The new mats, it's blue now. If you watch any Fight Foods vlogs where I trained, it's blue and they're smooth as shit. So we're good. I'm not getting ripped up that much anymore. But what happens is you get a cut, you get a little bit of a cut, you get some mat burn, and then you sweat, and then you train, and then somebody else's sweat, somebody else's blood. That it gets in the cut. That's how you get the staph. If you just rubbed your staph infection on my outside regular clean skin here, your yeast, if you rubbed your yeast,
say what now?
I wouldn't get staph. If you just go home.
How's Joey's ears, by the way?
It's 1 ear. It is funny to hear the vet say
it?
it did not smell that bad. I did take him to the vet.
If it's yeast, it should smell.
It didn't smell good, but it wasn't like.
You would know. Oh, you would.
Well, the vet said it was a yeast. The vet said it's a yeast infection in his ear.
Like they're fucking lying to me.
Well, they didn't give me antibiotics. They gave me
just drops.
Joey, come here. Joey.
Smell one ear and then smell the other. Yeah, that's how you know.
Joey. Yeah, dummy. Come here.
Great dog,
Did you
huh?
die? Come here. Did you die? Are you dead? Come here.
Instinct, it's not really scratchy, but it's definitely more fabricy than it is like a slick mat. And the thing wondering how I know is because I was at the Apex and got to go inside of the octagon after the fights or whatever. The one thing I noticed, I tell everyone, is I didn't realize how spongy it was. Because when you watch it, it looks like a WWE mat. Like when they land on it, if it wasn't like, it has like a little give, but it seems like it's like hard. The first time I stepped on it, I was like, oh my God, this is like spongy. But it is more like fabricy. That's why it's weird to see fighters slip and stuff.
Yeah, well, because you went in. I forgot that I sprayed all the crap in it, so it smells like the goopy chemical I sprayed in there. But it was like red, and like stuff would come off with the wipe. So I mean, it was infected. But the vet was like, we just fixed him. We just gave him painkillers, so I can't give him antibiotics or whatever the medicine he would give him. Right. So he was like, you just gotta flush it.
Yeah.
And their ears don't go, like, finding the hole to squeeze it in.
I know they have like, it looks like they have like 6 different holes. It's very
and it just comes
because sometimes
back.
I'll do that too, and I'll start squeezing it, and I'll see it just start piling up on like a little crevice on the side of her ear, and I'm like, oh shit.
Yeah, so it was hard to find where it squeezes into. We have a caller, Jakey boy. It's Pierre. Let's bring him on. What's going on, Pierre? Oh, rough day.
What's going on, guys?
How are you? Pierre, Jacob, you weren't here. Pierre said, can I come train with you? I said yes. And Fridays and
no show?
No. I'm the one delaying. I'm the issue. Last week I was like, this week isn't going to work. Thank God I said that, because Friday I did train. Saturday I was going to train, and I literally got blurry vision and a headache out of nowhere, so I didn't train. And then now,
if you would have grappled with Pierre, and then he like literally killed you,
smokes me.
No, like literally, like
no
you happen
footage.
to die, like you happen to die in there, or whatever, and it's like, oh shit, that'd be great for the channel.
Paid $10 for paid $10 to kill somebody. There
subscriber murders streamer.
What's going on, Pierre?
Nothing. Just want to say hi to you guys and stuff like that. Yes, sir.
No, you're not working today?
I am. They pushed my time up tonight, so I gotta get going at 10 o'clock.
Oh, so, gotcha.
Yeah, so I have a little bit of time. So,
who do you think wins this main event? I imagine you're like everybody else, where you think Islam wins, but you're rooting for Dustin.
Islam wins.
Yeah.
You know, it's just like, I mean, you can tell by Dustin anyway. I mean, he already said it. Just like, I'm not climbing that ladder again. He said, this is it. I'm done. You know, I think it's just like, I think the UFC is just like, give him the title shot because, I mean, Dustin at this point is a legend. You know, he did a lot of things for the UFC. So they're like, you know what? You be sent in, we're just going to give you a title shot. You know, I mean, it's like one of those things. And also, it's one of those fights too, like, I wouldn't bet Islam. And here's the reason why, right? Because Dustin ain't got nothing to lose, you know, and he can go out there and just say, fuck it, and just start swinging. And then he can catch Islam and then knock him out. I mean, Adrian Martino, whatever that dude name, he did it. You know, he can't
Yeah, somebody know. Yeah. And what's funny is I was shitting on that guy, not shitting on him, but I was like, nobody's ever heard of this guy. But if you look at his record, he actually fought some very good people and beat a few of them. But yes, I agree with you.
He did. And then right after that fight, I mean, he never won a good fight after that. He just like went on a losing streak, got cut. You know, I mean,
Yeah, that really was it for him. But he knocked out Islam. He fought Donald Cerrone. He knocked out George Gurgel. And if you've been watching the sport for a while, George Gurgel was good.
George, yeah.
He fought Francisco Trinaldo. Like, that guy was actually decent, but yeah, he never accomplished anything good after that.
That's what I'm saying. That's my point. It's just like anything can happen. If Dawson go out there, he just say, you know what, I don't care. This is it. I'm getting paid. You know, I'm not. He always say, I'm not gonna climb the ladder again. He can go out there and knock out, you know, he's a Makhachev and stuff like that. I mean, anything can happen. But if you're looking at overall, Islam should win this fight. Like, I mean, 9 times out of 10. You know, so.
Agreed.
Did you see the press conference today, Pierre?
No, actually, I didn't see it. I was sleeping almost like this whole afternoon. Yeah.
So there was an interesting thing that happened. Speak about the main event, because Dustin, I've never seen Islam ever get upset with anybody. He's a pretty calm dude or whatever, and it just is what it is. He's just going to go about his business. And Dustin like fucking pissed him off when they were doing their face-off, because they were just talking trash or whatever, and Islam was smiling. And then at the very end, Dustin said, "You're going to go to sleep, motherfucker." And Islam, his face completely changed, and he started to back off, and then he went back, and he's like, they had like an argument about being like disrespected and stuff. He's like, "You're not gonna Islam was like, if you say that again, I'm gonna slap you in the face, and you're not gonna disrespect me like that." And they had like a little. It was a while. I've never seen Islam get like fucking pissed off.
You know what the live chat in here said about that, Jacob?
Here's live chat before.
The live chat thinks that Islam got so mad because he took the live. He does look completely changed. Jacob, the live chat in here, because I talked about that, said that they think Islam got so mad because he took that literally, like he was called a motherfucker, like he fucked his own mom.
No,
and they thinks that's why, you know, I assume he knows, but that's what the live chat's
it was just saying
was.
You don't call me I mean, they know what he knows what motherfucker is. He just took it as like, if you're trash talking, most people would be like whatever, but he took it as disrespect. Like, I was being respectful to you. I don't call you names. Now you're calling me, you know, names or whatever. He just wanted the respect of not being called a motherfucker, basically. But he didn't think that he was actually fucking his mom.
Yeah. I think if Islam got mad because Dawson said he's gonna knock him out, it's kind of like when he fought Volkanovski and stuff like that, and Volkanovski had a great fight against him, and then Volkanovski was doing all that talking and stuff like that, and you can tell he kind of get under Makhachev on the skin because he know he was the better fighter, and then that's why he went out there and then prove a point and knock him out. So I think he might feel the same about Dustin Poirier, just like he knows Dustin only getting that fight because the UFC probably be like, okay, we're gonna do you one last favor, you know, because you did a good thing to us. Because Islam know at this point Dustin is not in his skill level at all. You know, even I don't know if you ever watched the the press conference when he did with Daniel Cormier, and when he was talking about how you know, Dustin Poirier got a good guillotine and stuff like that. And then he kind of smiled, and then he said, I'm not worried about that guillotine and stuff like that. Because he knows Dusty is not going to submit him at all, even if he pull that guillotine, you know? So I think he felt disrespectful. That's probably why. That's the only thing I can come up with.
Yeah, I mean, their whole thing is about respect, the whole culture and their brotherhood. And, you know, fighting, it's all about respect. So I think he was just surprised that Dustin, and I think that was just an emotional response for Dustin getting fired up for the fight. Like, listen, motherfucker. And Islam was like,
that's a very normal thing to say, motherfucker.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
I mean, I am going to watch that. I'm going to wait till I get to my shift and stuff like that, but I'm gonna catch up to some of that.
The streets are safe while Pierre is watching the UFC press conference on his iPhone. I hear you, man. I get it. But, I get it.
I do want to ask you guys, like, the Paulo Costa and Sean Strickland fight. Like, I want to pick Paulo Costa so bad to beat Sean Strickland, and something telling me Paulo Costa can pull off that win, but I don't know. I'm just like, I just need somebody to convince me about the Paulo Costa fight with Sean Strickland.
What are you saying? You think Paulo Costa does not win?
Yeah. No, I think he can win this. I think he can win. So I'm just like, I feel like he
How
can
do you think? How do you think?
win.
Let me ask you this: How do you think? How do you think
Yeah.
he wins?
Oh man, like if he win this fight, I feel like he can catch Sean Strickland with a left hook.
So you think he can knock out Sean Strickland?
Yes, I think he's because Sean Strickland got that 1-2 jab, right? And I felt like if he can slip the right time and he could throw because he got a really good powerful left hook, and I felt like he can catch Sean Strickland with it.
You know what's funny? I was pulling up Paulo Costa's topology because I was about to say, do you know how many knockouts he has? Thinking that it was going to be none. He has
He's got
11.
like 13 or 15.
Yeah, it's all knockouts. He's got 11
I mean, he
knockouts.
was-
Surprisingly high.
He was a hot prospect until he fought Easy. After the Easy fight, that's when I don't know. He went to like a mental.
Well, he
breakdown,
fought
something
Izzy,
like that.
so he lost to Izzy because he got drunk the night
Yeah.
before. He basically did what I'm
Yeah.
doing right now, just pounding wine.
Mhm.
Then he lost to Marvin Vettori, but nobody's going to knock out Marvin. Nobody is going to knock out Marvin Vettori.
Yeah.
Then years later, a sloppy mess of a fight with Luke Rockhold, and then years later, almost knocked out Robert Whittaker. And there's flashes of brilliance in there, but he's not consistent enough.
I think his power's
Yeah,
overrated.
I mean,
I
he's
don't.
just
I don't
like-
think he can knock out Sean Strickland, and therefore I don't think he can win.
I actually agree with you,
Yeah.
Jacob.
Yeah.
Because even with Robert Whittaker, he almost knocked him out with and Robert Whittaker's a little chinny at this point. He almost knocked him out with a spinning back kick, not a.
And then he
Not a
literally
punch.
followed it up with like 3 like on the button shots that even Robert Whittaker didn't even drop from those. After he was
It
already
just,
wobbled.
I mean, like everything is telling me, right? Like, especially like going over the tape, like everything is telling me, okay, Sean Strickland can win this fight. But as I'm digging a little bit more to like, I'm not making decision. Like, I'm still gonna like watch some tape and stuff like that. Still to this night when I'm in my shape. But it's just like there's something telling me he can catch Sean Strickland. It's just like.
I hope
Well,
so.
at,
I-
that, at that weight class and how big that
Yeah.
guy is, anybody could knock at anybody. It's just
Yeah.
whether you want to bet it or not.
I'm a borderline Sean hater. I don't know why. I literally don't know why. Pierre froze. Are you there? Oh no, there you go. You're
He
back.
was just listening.
Yeah.
Oh, you were just fucking frozen solid, dialed in. Holy shit! I've never had anybody
Yeah.
listen to me that closely. Holy shit!
No, I was
I-
because sometimes I like to listen. Yeah.
You were like,
No.
I'm rooting for Paulo Costa just because there's just something about him. I just love that guy. It might be how handsome he is. I just love that guy.
Do you know
so
that
I'll
he
be
was,
rooting for him. But
Do you know who he was? They were talking about there was some AI that ranked the best looking male fighters or whatever. And he laughed because somebody was number like 14 or 15. I can't remember who it was. I don't think it was Sean Strickland, but I think it was somebody that he's beefing with. Do you know who was number 1 on that list? Best looking fighters?
give me multiple choices.
No.
Well,
I'll give you
Luke-
a hint. Paulo Costa was number 2.
So Paulo Costa
is
is
he,
extremely good looking. Go ahead, Pierre.
Oh no, I was gonna say is it that Canadian dude? He retired. I think he retired from USC's
No, it's an
I
active
forgot his
fighter.
name.
Albane,
Okay,
the Canadian. That dude's fucking. He's a
No,
model.
it's a well-known fighter.
Okay, so he's still active.
It's not Obane. What's his name? You know who I'm talking about?
I said it's an active, well-known fighter.
He is
He's
well
still
known.
active, well-known.
I've never heard of
Oh.
him in my life.
He does the UFC desk. If you see the picture, you know
Yeah,
what I'm talking about.
yeah.
It's not Conor McGregor, right? He's not good looking.
Oh, it is Connor.
It is Conor. I saw that in the chat, and it's like, how the fuck is that possible? Connor's not
good-looking
ugly.
dude.
He's not ugly, but he's not better looking than Paulo. Objectively, every single woman
You know
on
what's
planet
funny?
Earth would say Paulo Costa's a better looking person.
Do you know
Everybody.
what's hilarious about that? Is because Because Conor, when he came in the UFC, wasn't like nobody would have probably considered him like a crazy good looking dude, like the long hair and
then he got $1 billion now. He's
right,
hot
but
as
I mean,
fuck.
you can tell he has gotten better looking. What's funny about that is when he was like around the Aldo time, I couldn't go anywhere without people saying that I look like Conor, especially when I grew my beard out. Dude, every time, literally anytime I went to any bar anywhere, it was guaranteed somebody would come up to me like, dude, do you know who you look like? And I'd be like, yeah, I know who you're going to fucking say. But what's funny about that is now that he is like considered like incredibly good looking, fucking nobody ever says that anymore. Nobody ever.
Now you get fucking Jamie Malarkey.
Not even on the, like in the channel comments, nobody's even like, wow, Jacob looks like Conor. It just doesn't happen anymore. So
you went from Conor McGregor to Jamie Malarkey. What a fall from grace. I thought I had a fall. That's tough, man. That's tough. Blame it on the cancer. That's what else you got for us, Pierre, before you got to go here?
Jacob, you did put money on Conor McGregor, right?
$2,000, my man.
Yeah.
He just had to. He had to one up my bet.
I didn't like the tone of that. Yeah.
No. I'm saying it might be I felt like just like I told Angelo I think it was last week when we talked about it. I felt like this is a match Conor McGregor can win.
It's the only match he can win. I agree. It's the only match he can win, and I don't think he will.
Yeah, short, stocky wrestler guy who take the striker.
You can't even use wrestler. You can't even say wrestler in the description because he won't do it. He'll stand there.
Yeah, he won't do it.
Like
That's
an
what I'm
idiot.
saying. He's gonna stand there trying to put a good show.
Yeah,
with
like
no fight argue, and I think Conor's gonna knock him out.
Hell yeah, there you go. We found the shark.
Jacob, do you have regrets after seeing Conor McGregor partying his ass off last weekend?
It didn't look like he was drunk, honestly. It looked like he was just there.
Yeah, I mean, he might.
I think he's locked in, man. If he's going to do something, he's going to say he's going to do it. There's nothing about Conor that wants to be embarrassed. I mean, at his core, he is not going to let somebody just fucking embarrass him. So him to be like not caring and sloppy and shows up and, I got knocked out, but it is what it is. That's not the mentality. That's not fucking Conor McGregor. That's not Conor McGregor. If he's going to do something, he's going to fucking do it. So when he says he's been sober and he's not going to drink and he's been training, you got to take that to his word until he proves you otherwise. Because he came off that long layoff versus Dustin, that second fight, and looked fucking really, really sharp in that first round. And obviously he got knocked out, but it's not like he wasn't prepared.
He did look good. His cardio failed him, yeah.
And then, it was just leg kicks. And then, and then that third fight or whatever, he just gets taken down. But even when he was getting taken down, I mean, he still wasn't like he turned up and gave up. He was just sitting there defending shots or whatever, got to the second round or almost got to the second round, but then blew out his ankle. So he's not a guy that's going to half-ass anything.
Oh, yeah. I think the UFC know what they're doing because it's going to be Conor.
It's the only winnable fight.
Max. It's going to be him or Max for the and I think they're going to do the BMF belt next with Max.
Listen, I bet $1,000 and we did the video. I didn't edit the video, but one of the best edited videos that my face was on. I want Conor to win. Like I bet $1,000. So let me get my money. But I'm almost happy either way because if Conor wins, that is just objectively better for this sport. It is better for us as fans. We could have these same conversations in 6 months and what's next and a title shot he doesn't deserve or a BMF belt. There's a million options if he wins. So it is better for every single one of us if Conor McGregor wins. The biggest star in the history of this sport. It's only a good thing if he wins.
I guarantee.
I just don't think he does.
Chandler's going to retire either way. I guarantee, win or lose.
Yeah, Chandler's done. This is Chandler's last fight. Like Chandler, there's a reason why he said he already said like he don't want no more fight. He said I'm waiting for the Conor fight, and that's it. And
he played his cards the right way because he'll make his money.
Risk. That was a fucking risk, and it's going to pay off. Looks like.
Hopefully, it hasn't paid off yet, but it should.
I mean, he's not going to miss that. He's not going to pull. Conor's never pulled out. He's trashed everyone that's always. He's not going to pull out unless he's got
Michael Chandler show up.
And Michael Chandler definitely is not going to fucking. He's going to TJ Dillashaw himself in there if he has.
I love that. That's a verb. He's still going to show up because he knows that's his. Like it's a way the UFC is saying, thank you for what you did for us. Just same with Dustin too. It's just like the UFC is like, listen, I appreciate you guys. You guys put fun fight for us, and we're gonna reward you at the end. That's just the way the USA is. If they like you, they'll do stuff like that for you. If they don't like you, then they screw you over. You know, we see on the past and
It's
stuff like
funny
that.
because Daniel Cormier basically talked a little. I love DC, but he talked a little bit of shit saying that Michael Chandler almost doesn't deserve pay-per-view points because it's not his fight. But honestly, he does deserve pay-per-view points because, yes, of course, Conor's the A side. Conor was the A side in a fucking Mayweather fight. Conor was the A side. Conor's the A side in any fight on this planet. There's not a bigger. If he fights Canelo, Conor is still the A side. Maybe I'm wrong there, but Conor's the A side in almost every fight. So to say that Chandler doesn't deserve pay-per-view points is crazy because Michael Chandler, you are 100% positive that he will show up and swing. Michael Chandler will deliver, win or lose. He has been in some amazing. He's never been in a boring fight, and he won't be in a boring fight. And that's almost the only thing that matters here. The biggest issue for the UFC is when people pay $100. The hell am I looking? Oh yeah. What was that? He just took his shirt off.
I paused it too. Look at his hand. Look how I paused it.
All I remember him saying you like this, but what was the context?
He was just changing shirts, so he just made a spectacle of it.
That's funny.
You want to touch this shit?
What else? You got one last thing for us here, Pierre, before I let you go?
Oh no, no, that's it. I would just basically swing by just to say hi to you guys real quick and stuff like that. And Jacob, man, I'm sorry about the Pacers, man. How they got swept out, man. Yeah, you guys make it this far, At least you guys got the Indiana favorite, though. I mean, they're not doing too good with Caitlin Clark, but
she got into it. She got into it today. She got another technical today. She's fiery, man.
Dude, wait, real quick, hold on. Let me just pause everything real quick. Pierre might be the most genuine human being on this planet because that was a very genuine sorry about your Pacers. When the Pacers lost the other day, every comment on my fucking video, my video was LOL, shitting on the Pacers. And it was what do you people get out of trolling Jacob on my video about a basketball team? But Pierre is over here saying genuine, I'm sorry, and then congratulating them for the success they achieved. You might be the best human being on YouTube. Literally. No, I'm not fucking around. I'm 100% serious right now. It's crazy. Yeah, holy shit. Are you married?
Yes.
She's lucky, man. Yeah. She's lucky. That's crazy, dude. You really are just all positivity. Good for you. In a world of social media negativity, good for you. There was a dude watching this shit on Twitter. Every comment was Angelo's gay. Angelo's a loser. That was every comment. And here you are.
That was Pierre. Pierre's sitting there. Pierre's on his
He's got a burner.
Fucking laptop on his burner.
That's how he gets it out. Yeah. Gets it out of his system on a burner. Angelo's gay.
It was actually
Angelo's a loser.
It's me. It is me.
My bad. I didn't mean to cut you off. That was just literally holy shit, good for this dude. But we appreciate you calling in. I promise you, we will train. What I was hoping to do is train with you on Saturday so I could film it for the vlog and not be an asshole. I'm a very good, I'm not going to be a dick. That's not who I am. A very good,
fucking bloody nose.
Yeah, but fuck you. You had that one coming. You've called me fat. Pierre's never called me
we were just rolling, Pierre, and all of a sudden this elbow just fucking from nowhere just comes over the top. And I'm like, dude, what the fuck?
Jacob's the one shooting takedowns in a striking match.
Combat jiu-jitsu?
No, they have I think there's a seminar this weekend is the problem. So I just gotta text the coach, and every Friday, every Saturday I go, basically, unless my vision goes blurry. So we'll get it going. I will film it, but it won't be anything sketchy. I am curious. Because I messaged you. I was like, have you trained just for general? How tall are you?
I'm about 5'3".
There you go.
What? 6'3" or 5'3"?
5'3".
5'3". Okay. So we'll film it. We'll do all that. I was just curious because it's like I only have this view, and I'm like, this guy may be a fucking Olympian showing up, and I'm gonna look like an idiot.
No,
So,
no.
all right. Well,
I trained for a very long time and stuff like that, and then I stopped training around 2018 when I moved back here to Texas and stuff like that. Yeah, so I haven't trained since then. So
honestly, the fight with Jacob is what really got me. I train on and off forever.
I had you scared out of your mind.
No, I literally.
You've never trained harder in your life for those 2.5 weeks leading up to that shit.
I literally. So
I can't believe you even started. That's the craziest part. Because if I was in your situation with all that experience fighting somebody like me, I would have just laughed, not did a goddamn thing, and just showed up or whatever. But
John Daly did.
Scared.
I should have John Daly did.
I made that video of me working out, hitting the heavy bag. I'm posting pictures of me with boxing gloves, and Angel's like, "Oh my god, I gotta get in the gym quick." And now look at you.
Aren't you still doing that fight with Vance anymore, or you never responded?
Oh, I have another. He never responded. That's his fucking problem, not mine.
Okay.
No, there's somebody else that I am going to fly out to Atlanta and then destroy his world. I'm gonna fucking destroy this dude's world. The problem is, I have to wait till July-ish because June is fucking crazy. Jacob and I are going to Vegas next week. Our Tuesday live show is going to be on Thursday because I have to travel for work. Then we're going to Florida with the family. Like, June is fucking nuts, so it's probably going to be July or August. But there is somebody that I'm going to destroy their small little world just to put all this in perspective.
You them fly to you because if they call you out.
Nah, fuck that. They won't fly to me. That's the thing, Pierre. They saw the scarred up knees and they know, oh, this isn't a joke.
You should
so I will go there. Yeah.
Just infect everything.
Just oozing. Actual ooze.
Gobert, when COVID first came out, Angela, I don't know if you know that story or not, but
no,
when
COVID
don't. First fucking hit, and it was like some people didn't know if it was a joke or whatever like this, and there was like a couple dozen cases in the U.S. or whatever. Rudy Gobert at a press conference was a center.
I do remember that. He fake coughed on the microphone. He fire his ass.
No, he touched all of them. He's like,
that's right.
After he got done talking or whatever, he was like, ooh, and touched everyone's microphone. And he was the first NBA. Yeah, he was the first NBA player that he tested positive for COVID like the next day or whatever, and then like a week later the NBA shut down and the whole world shut down.
Yeah, I remember that. They blamed him for everything. But here, let me let you go, Pierre. We got a bunch of people in the queue. I appreciate you. Thanks for calling in. I promise you and I will grapple. We'll videotape it. It'll be fun, not like some weird fucking man testosterone thing. And we'll go from there.
Just to clarify, you said not this week, right? Just like next week or something?
What happened?
Oh, you said not this week, right? Next week?
I train basically every Friday and Saturday. The two factors are my wife, which is a real factor, and then the gym. So tomorrow when I train, I'll talk to the Marco there and be like, hey, this is what I don't say. Nobody says fucking sensei.
I text her every once in a while. I'm like,
thank you, sensei. Yeah, sensei is fucking. Yeah. All right. Well, thanks, Pierre. We will. I promise you, especially for the content, and then we'll go from there.
Okay, I'll text you tomorrow then.
All right, sounds good. All right, appreciate it. See ya. Real quick, I see you, Sherawi. I'm not pronouncing that correct. We'll get to you. I see you, Matt, and then Gucci Gill pops in and out. Very quickly, that's half of Jacob's ass cheek. I do have something, Jacob. Put that down. I do have
chat. This is for the super chat.
Oh shit! I forgot about that. Thank you.
Yeah.
Super chat $1.99. Jacob, do you have bigger glutes than Ailin Perez?
OnlyFans.com/the salamander. You don't think so?
Is her ass big or does she just shake it?
I don't know. The fact that you want to cover up my ass right now with that graphic says more about than anything.
Well, why are you only showing half? The split down the middle is what makes it an ass. Otherwise, it's a leg. Now it's an ass. 2 seconds ago it was a leg.
They asked for the glute. I zoomed in on the glute. I mean, that thing is...
And those are a medium, right?
Those things are bouncing.
What size is that? Those pants, a medium?
Got the Converse on, too.
Thank you very much for the $2, Kevin Martinez. Very quickly, before we go to a few of these callers, and this show's not going to last much, much longer, I left my kids awake. Normally, I put them in bed at 7. It's the summer. I said, you guys can watch a movie while Daddy films. Tiffany has to work the overnight tonight, which is great on one hand, but horrendous on another. Either way, I can't let him. What was she wearing? Because it was odd that she put perfume on. No, I'm just kidding.
She was in the COVID sauna.
I got my neighbors sent me a tweet, and it's about McDonald's. Did you know? And this is a question to Jacob and the live chat. There is a $14.99 dinner box at McDonald's. Do you know what's included in this $14.99 dinner box, Jacob? You're a big McDonald's guy.
I know that there's a movement now of like, because the prices were getting so out of control.
It's a rip
that
off.
now there's like a movement of like they're like competing with each other now to see who's the first one to like slash all their prices and stuff. Like I think Burger King, in response to whatever you're about to say, I think Burger King just announced like a new value $5 meal or something like that. So now it's like everyone's like getting excited because now they're like driving prices back down.
My favorite TikTok trend, very quickly before I go back to this McDonald's things, is people ordering Chipotle and video. And notice how I said Chipotle instead of Chipotle.
Just Chipotle.
It's Lee?
Yeah.
No, that can't be.
Chipotle.
That can't be. That can't be it.
It's Chipotle.
Anyway, they walk in and they just like discreetly videotape their, can I get this rice? Can I get that rice? And if the portion is too small,
they just walk out.
They just fuck, I'm out. No thanks. Because I guess they've been getting railroaded for
I'm telling you
mediocre
right now,
portions.
I'm telling you right now, I got Chipotle last night. I get Chipotle at least probably once a week. And
it's bigger than ever?
The thing to do is, even if you're going to get a burrito, you order a bowl with a tortilla on the side, because the bowls are usually much more filled.
I got a bowl a few weeks ago and it was fucking
burrito.
huge. Yeah,
you make your own burrito, because otherwise they do kind of. I think they skimp on the.
Honestly, I think they're afraid to roll it.
I mean, there's a lot of variables, but I'm telling you right now, the tortilla on the sides, I think 79 cents or something like that, and they wrap it up in aluminum foil. It's warm, and if you get it to go or whatever.
There you go. All right, so very quickly, then we got 3 callers. We'll get to you 3, and then we got to fucking go. $14.99 at McDonald's. This was sent to me. It was a tweet of a larger woman.
I'll tell you if it's value or not.
Well, I assume this is real. It's a tweet from a large woman. I'm going to send you the tweet. It's a tweet from a large woman unboxing this and eating it, so it looks very real. It is $14.99. And this is a McDonald's dinner box. It includes 4 small fries, 2 Big Macs, 2 cheeseburgers, and 10 McNuggets. That's a fucking deal, dude.
Here you go. Oh, McDonald's is doing a $5 meal bundle for the summer. Burger King then immediately came out with a $5 meal,
$4.98
for the summer, and then Wendy's now has a $3 breakfast value meal.
Good. I mean, things did go the opposite direction. The funniest part about all this is Chili's is basically like, hey, idiots. Chili's is like, hey, jackasses, you could get a Big Mac for
baby back ribs,
barbecue sauce.
Chili's baby back ribs.
I want my barbecue sauce.
Okay.
Baby back ribs. All right, we got some callers. He changed it to Lefty. Lefty, how you doing? Left Eye Lopez?
Nah, they call me Lefty because I can't get right.
All right, well, let's go. Let's go. Where are you that it's beautiful and
I think
sunny
it was just
out?
her birthday.
Bro, it is hella nice. Hey, shout out to y'all for real. I didn't think y'all was gonna add me. Shout out. I watch you guys like fucking like religiously. For real.
I appreciate you. Where are you? What time is it?
I'm working. I'm a box truck driver. I'm working right now, but I'm in Salinas, little ass town in California.
Oh, California.
Nice.
All right.
Beautiful.
I was going to say,
hella
it's
nice.
fucking...
Look at that. That looks like
good for
that
you.
was the most California sunset I've ever seen in my life. I mean,
Palm
Jesus
trees,
Christ, just
yeah.
absolutely perfect. It's probably what 70, 75
Dry.
degrees right now.
Like 77, yeah.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ,
It's cool.
man.
It's cool, bro. Hey, how far is San Antonio from y'all?
Far as shit.
4
It's about
hours.
6 hours. No, it's longer than that.
Fuck,
5 hours?
bro. I mean, like, on some respect, I would like to go, like, train with you, Angelo. That'd be dope. I'd be in San Antonio a lot, like, once a month.
Why? For work or just life?
Nah, just live. My mom's boyfriend lives out there. He's all, but he's like my stepdad. But I go, like, he comes once a month, and I go once a month.
Yeah, all right. Listen,
cool,
I'm in North Texas, so we're a little north of Dallas here. Do you train or anything?
Yeah, bro.
Or you just gonna want to get pushed around by a fat, greasy Italian?
No. I don't. I grew up boxing and kickboxing, and then I started grappling.
Dude, counting this direction is fucking wild.
Oh, that's some hood shit. That's why.
It's either the only counting I've ever seen is like normal 1, 2, 3 or 1, 2, 3. I have never seen pinky as 1 and then ring finger as 2. I've never seen that shit.
I'm off the wall. Hey, shout out to Jacob too, bro. His lock of the bro. You know what got me became a fan of you guys, bro? I don't know why. I don't know why the fuck it just popped up, bro. The video with Punk Craig where Jacob started screaming and it's like I fucking watched that shit. Like, I don't know why the fuck I clicked on it, and I'm sorry for cussing. I watched it.
You're good.
And I was watching
this isn't TV,
bro. And I was like, bro, I started fucking dying, bro. And I went on your page and I was like, bro, these motherfuckers. Because I've never watched podcasts into you guys, bro. I swear to God, my mom.
Thank you.
I've never watched podcasts because they're hella long. They're hella fucking long, bro.
Oh, we're long as fuck too, but thank you.
Bro, I started watching you guys like every Tuesday, like from Tuesday to Tuesday. I'd be watching you, bro. I swear to God. I swear to God. But yeah, bro, I grew up boxing and kickboxing. I had a couple like underground fights, like they're not sanctioned. They're like fucking warehouse.
That's called beating somebody's ass outside.
Are they called smoke fights or something like that?
A smoker it's organized. It's gym versus gym. Yeah.
You ever see the movie with Kevin James where he fights MMA?
That's a great movie.
That's where we would fight at, like shit like that. Like, you don't go on your record. You just fight, make some money. If you win, you make a cool couple $100. If you lose, you get made fun of and get the fuck out of here. I want to see you again.
Listen, I'm happy to. Tomorrow I'll talk to because now it's turning into a thing. Tomorrow, let me talk to the gym owner and be like, hey, this is what's happening right now. Is people are wanting to come here and roll around and do stuff. I'll figure out. I'll figure out an easier cadence for people to come and train, and because I'm fucking happy to do it, and I will film the shit out of it just so everybody knows. But I'm happy to do it. I'm happy to do it, and I'm a good for record purposes. I'm not assuming I'm better than anybody here, but I'm a good training partner. I'm a very large human being. I've been doing this for a very long time. But I match energy. Like, if you come at me hot as fuck, that's how I'm going to come at. If it's like easy, casual, let's say, then that's how I'm going to do
it. Do you know who Justin Buckles is? He used to train Cody Garbrandt.
Justin Buckles? I'll probably, it sounds familiar. Justin.
He was the one on the Ultimate Fighter that almost got in a fight with that Dwayne Ludwig. Whatever. He was the head coach.
Oh, I do recognize him. Yeah, I recognize him. Yeah. Asian looking, but not Asian.
Yeah, he's Filipino American.
Yeah.
That was my coach for like 5 years.
Oh, I remember. Yeah.
And then he lost his gym. He lost his gym, and he did. I don't know what happened to him. He just disappeared. Like the gym
I
just
don't see
closed.
what's on here.
I don't know what the fuck, bro.
I don't see anything. I don't see an end date. Just when he was born. So he's around.
Hey, I have a question for y'all. Y'all don't gotta answer because I'm not trying to start no beef for this.
I have a question you don't have to answer. Here we go.
Do y'all fuck with MMA experts? Because I only watch you guys.
I listen. I'll tell you right now. I've talked to AJ a few times.
That dumb bitch.
Yeah, Jacob's got a problem with him. I don't.
That stupid fuck just jacked my entire video like last summer out of nowhere. I was running hot. All of a sudden, somebody sends me this clip of AJ being like, "Your underdog lock of the week," when he edited the video with the intro like I was doing and everything out of fucking nowhere. I'm like, what the fuck is this guy doing? So then that week, what's funny about that is the week I found out was the week that I had Matt Frivola as my lock of the week versus Drew Dober. So I edited, and I don't know if you saw this, but I edited in AJ's audio of him picking Drew Dober. It wasn't his lock of the week, but he was like very high on Drew Dober.
Yeah.
And so I edited my video with him picking Drew Dober and me with Matt Frivola, and Matt Frivola fucking knocks out Drew Dober. And yeah, I don't think AJ does that underdog lock of the week anymore. But honestly, I don't really care. I say that and like make fun or whatever.
Jacob's all for entertainment. Yeah.
It is what it is. I don't have a problem with anybody.
I like AJ. I personally, there's a lot of people in this space, and 99% of them are fucking dork basement dwelling losers, straight up. I actually like AJ. Him and I have talked many times on the phone, texted. I like AJ quite a bit because at least AJ's out there grinding, being his own person, not being some weirdo, obsessed, like click loser dork. I like AJ. You're not going to catch me talking shit about AJ. He did steal Jacob's lock of the week, though. That was very obvious.
Because we were like cool with him or whatever. Like I think you were like talking.
I'm trying to recruit him. I was literally trying to recruit him.
And then it was just like I was just like somebody sent it to me because I don't watch anybody else. I know of a few people, but I don't watch anybody else. And all of a sudden somebody sent me a clip, and I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Jesus.
Nah, yeah, because I only watch both of y'all. That's it. But I mean, I watch you guys more. But when because I'm a truck driver, bro. I got a 5-hour drive home. I'm about to watch the fucking full the video again, the live stream. I'm about to watch it right now on the way home.
Oh, yeah, well, that was fucking long. So that'll take care of a good chunk of that ride. It ended up being longer than I thought it would. So
nah, hey, who I don't give a fuck. Costa lock of the week, baby. On my mama. I'll get Jacob's name tatted on my bicep if he loses.
Just get a big ugly ass salamander on there.
I'll get we want pics on my neck if he loses. I'm confident. Hey, I'm gonna head out though, but shout out to y'all for real, bro.
Nah, we appreciate you.
Shout out to y'all. Tap in with grappling shit, bro. That'd be dope for real. That'd be fucking sick.
Tomorrow I'll talk to the coach and be like, hey, this is gonna happen. This is gonna happen occasionally.
You better fuck him up. You better fuck him up if you do it.
It's not going to happen.
Bro, I only got a couple of training at the YMCA, bro. Relax.
And there it is. Yeah, so no, we're good.
Don't be afraid to throw an elbow. Get dirty in there.
I'm my mama, bro. Hey, shout out to y'all, bro. Good looking.
We appreciate you. See you, dude.
All right, cuz.
Bye. I'm like, see ya, dude. And he's like, all right, cuz. Like, we're very different. We're very different people.
Appreciate you, blood.
Right. There are two more people in the call. I'm going to go to Matt and then Gucci just because that's how you guys called in. And then this show's getting shut down. If you call in, I'm sorry. You're late. Sam.
I'm starving.
What's up, Matt? Welcome to the show.
Hey, Sam.
I don't think I've seen those purple headphones before. I think you're new here.
I am. Well, I'm new calling into the show. But
Yeah. First time, long time. Yeah,
yes,
there you go.
Yeah,
That's my favorite radio saying.
Yeah, these were a weird color. They were just cheaper than the other ones.
No,
so
I'm just.
Don't want to make fun of you.
You're good. Yeah, I didn't make fun of you. You're good. No, you're good. What's going on? What do you got for us?
Not much. Actually, I'm from Indiana, and I remember you guys talking about how it was weird how like your neighbor went to school with Jacob or something.
My neighbor in Texas.
Yeah.
Was in my media room watching fights with me. Jacob has never met him a day in his life. Jacob also lives in Texas now.
Well, actually, I had a bunch.
Well, okay. Those, yeah, that is true. And they found out while watching UFC 299, I believe, that they were in the exact same first grade class, which is fucking wild.
So weird. It was weird because I was like, man, I don't know how old Jacob is, but I have.
Oh man, if you're in the same class, this whole world is fucking.
It's not me because I'm.
Okay.
I'm more north than what he lived, but I did have family
Fishers?
that lived in Fishers, so I was like, I wonder if they went to school with him because I don't remember how many schools are in Fishers really, but
back then it was
a stoplight.
Well, you don't know anything, man. I was going to graduate with like 900 kids. And they had to split. They literally split the school district into two different high schools because there was just so many goddamn fucking kids. But I think back then there was 3 or 4. I think now it's unbelievable. I think there was like 3 or 4.
Much lower chance. I was like, if there was like 1 or 2 schools, you probably went to school with someone I knew, which would have been funny.
Well, what's the name? Throw it out there. Let's see if Jakey Boy knows.
So last name would be DeCook, spelled DECOCQ.
Q.
Yeah, it's
Where
not
do you live
from,
in Indiana?
I'll ask my neighbor to bust out that yearbook.
I live in South Bend, so like right by Notre Dame. Yeah,
Fuck Notre Dame.
A couple blocks away from Notre Dame. Yeah, I'm not a huge fan of Notre Dame, but watched them when I was growing up, but don't really follow them much anymore.
Well, what do you got for us? You looking forward to UFC 302?
I am. Unfortunately, I'll probably miss the final couple fights because I have to go pick up my wife from the airport, and she gets in at like 11. part-time.
Ooh,
So,
Uber doesn't exist in Indiana. No, I'm just fucking.
yeah, I'm not gonna force her to
No.
Uber home, but I'll probably just be streaming on my phone, make her drive home or something. But
There you go.
Yeah,
What's
I
funny
am-
is, oh, go ahead.
I was gonna say I am looking forward to him. Just like everyone else. I mean, I bet on Islam, but I'll lose money if Dustin wins.
Yeah.
Dude. I don't care. I'm like,
It's a funny
that'd be great to see.
dynamic.
What's
Isn't
your,
it
Islam
a
bet?
funny dynamic?
So I actually I have, what was it? It was a parlay. It was Almeida and then Islam inside the distance. I got a little
Which
bit
Almeida?
better odds on it, and I was Jalton
Charlton.
Almeida.
The good one. Yeah, the good one. The
yeah,
better one.
and,
The one that's about to get fucking
he's-
steamrolled.
I definitely think he wins. I'm not as confident as Angelo is.
Look at this guy. Look
but-
at this guy. Looking good. Cut the hair.
Because he got a fucking haircut. Everybody's
Look
like,
at
look at
this
him.
guy.
Toward 3 days ago, he looked like the Franks and Beans. 3 days ago, that
picture
dude.
was
That,
He's wearing
He
white
looked
too.
like- he looked
It'd be
like
different
someone
if he
from
was
the
in black.
Goonies, dude, like with the headband and the weird hair. Like,
dude, it was insane. It's an insane look
I
to try
don't know
to
why
pull
he
off
would
for
ever.
sure.
Yeah, I don't know why he looks so. He looks actually like a good-looking dude with like buzzed hair.
I agree.
Like, I don't know
Yeah.
why he ever lets it grow out. But
It's
he
not
does.
even letting it grow out. He has bangs and brushes it forward. Like, it's so weird. Listen, you got it right, Matt. Yeah, dude.
Yeah, dude,
Franks and Beans.
that
Yeah,
looks
look at this,
like
dude.
a 12th grade football player's photo. Like if
He
you took
looks like an
a New
extra-
England Johnson-
He looks like an extra in that movie with Johnny Knoxville. What was that movie?
Jackass.
Oh,
Nope.
I know what
The
you're
Ringer?
talking about. It was
The
yeah,
Ringer.
it was The
He looks like
Ringer.
an extra in The Ringer, is what he looks like. Like, no, that's not a haircut for people. It's just
Picked
not.
up my CD in broad daylight and you scratched it.
Dude, quoting The Ringer's wild.
Man,
When the
that was a
fuck
long
did we
time
get
ago
ice
now,
cream?
wasn't it?
That's the best. You know, that was improvised too. And they left in, the funny part about that is, and that's when the guy was lying to that girl and was like, we stopped and got ice cream. He's like, when the fuck did we get ice cream? If you watch that back, Johnny Knoxville standing right next to him, and Johnny Knoxville starts laughing because it was improvised.
He didn't
and
know
they
that was
kept,
coming.
They kept that version because it was like such a genuine, like whatever. They kept that version in the actual movie. So if you watch the movie, you can watch Johnny Knoxville like turn his head and start laughing because he's just so out of nowhere. Just when the fuck did we get ice cream?
Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't seen that movie in a long time, but
Yeah.
um,
It's
yeah,
a wild reference.
so with you on the staff on Costa's foot, I'm in the same camp as you. I'm like, that's not
That's a hole.
burn. Yeah, because I mean, I wrestled for pretty much my whole life growing up, and yeah, it's like, I mean, you get burns. I mean, their hair on my knees didn't grow for years after I got out of high school. It's like, you know what burns are, you know what staph is. That
No, that's
the
a hole.
is not- yeah, the
Burns are no
hole
skin.
is not-
That is a
Yeah.
hole. Like something
like-
is
yeah.
eating into his body. That's a hole.
Yeah, it's like mat burn it's similar to rug burn. It's like it
Yeah.
sucks worse, but it's not a hole in your skin. Like that's definitely something. Maybe it's not staph, but it's something.
Sure.
So.
I completely agree with you. What do you have for us before I switch over to Gucci Gill and shut this thing down so I can scream at my children and put them to bed?
Man, just thank you guys. I've been watching for a while. I've been subbed for off and on, just as money comes and goes. But
Sure.
I definitely made money off you guys. I love
Appreciate
watching your stuff. I love it's entertaining. I have a job where I can just sort of throw up the videos whenever, and so I get to watch all of them pretty much. But I'll let you guys get. Yeah, I was like, I don't know how late it is. What is it? Texas is 3 hours behind. 2
It's
hours.
3
behind?
a.m.
It's 9. It's 9. It's almost. We're working towards
Okay.
10. My only sense of urgency here is
You guys are
I
early.
had to gamble. You have kids by chance?
Sort of.
So they're in a cage, but they're not. I own them, but yeah.
Can't really. Yeah.
I got you. No, you're good. But so
Me
basically,
too, honestly. Probably, maybe.
I know it's probably the weirdest answer you've heard. So
no, I can. We're good. We're
No,
good.
I get it.
If I know
Sometimes
more,
you
I
don't
either
know.
need to go to court or we're
Yeah,
good.
yeah.
No,
Sometimes
but
you don't know.
mine go to bed at 7 during the school year. It is not the school year. So we've been watching movies at night. Like, can we do movie night? Yeah, it's the summer. Like, of course, let's watch a movie. But I've still been putting bed at a decent time. But my whole thing for the call-in show was like 1 hour, 8 to 9.
Yeah.
So I put on a movie at 7:30. It's an hour and a half. They will go to bed at 9. And this went longer than I thought. It's going well. So now it's like, I still gotta get these kids to bed. So that's why I'm rushing more than usual.
Yeah, that's all good. I'll let you guys get to the next person then. Thanks for hanging out and chatting.
Well, we appreciate you watching and being a premium member and all those things. Call back in for sure. And, I would love to hear more about Indiana being sort of a second-rate type state. So if you have information like that, that'd be helpful.
I love it, honestly, but
No,
I just
No,
visit other places. But
I'm just messing around. I'm from Connecticut. I fucking love it. Everybody else hates it. So I get the loyalty to your home state. So I appreciate you. Thanks for calling in genuinely. And hopefully we'll hear from you next week.
all right, guys, talk to you later.
All right. See ya. I'm going to you, Gucci. I fucking see you there. Just give me a second. We got a $5 super chat from Dwari, who called in. Man, if you got AJ, you'd have white Chris Tucker. That's you, Jacob. That's our fucking comment, dude. Chris Tucker was the man in the 90s and early 2000s. And then white Chris Rock, Finch on the same channel. Who's Finch?
Jamone.
Is that who they call AJ? Well, I appreciate the $5. Listen, I tried to get AJ, and he was like, I know, I heard it. I'm doing my own thing, whatever. AJ and I are cool. I like AJ. There's not a lot of people in this space.
Loser.
There's
That
not a lot of people in
loser
this space
piece
that I
of
like.
shit.
There's genuinely not a lot of people in this space that I like because most of them are fucking dork losers that hate us for no reason other than we became successful
Mike
quickly.
Finch is AJ's co-host.
Oh, okay. I don't know. There you go. I didn't know that. I think I like AJ just because we're like, Northeast guys. Gucci Gill, what's going on? Oh, shit.
Good.
Tattoos out. No sleeves. Holy
That's a
shit.
we want. Holy shit! That's a we want picks tattoo.
Nah, you already know. I just got done training. Better session. I appreciate your response.
There you go.
Yeah, I mean we're going hard. I have a little. It's not pro, obviously. A little amateur fight on the 23rd of June. So we're starting
Where?
to pick it up in Columbia, Missouri. I live in KC, Kansas
Okay.
City. Yeah, no, but
Is it your first amateur? No, I got questions. Is this your
this'll-
first amateur fight?
this will be my second. I'm 1-0.
Okay.
Yeah.
And
Just
what's your thing?
Kickboxing.
Oh, it's an amateur kickboxing match.
Yeah, they do some. I can't remember if I did international rules. Like I'm fairly new. I've been doing it for about 9 months, so I'm relatively new. I go
Okay.
3-4 days a week, and then like now we're going like Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, Sunday. It's a lot, and then I do my own shit. Yeah, y'all don't care. I do my own shit whenever I don't have regular training. So it's great. I love it. But every time I call in, I've just got done. So I appreciate you always getting me in. That's the only reason I'm so late. Like that's why.
No,
it's last,
yeah,
you know?
you're good.
Yeah.
You're good. I've seen you throw temper tantrums on the video camera. You didn't
I
do
did
it this time.
One time I didn't.
You
know
were
could
like,
see me.
fucking, let's go. Come on.
I didn't know you could see me.
I can
was more
see
talking
everybody in the queue, and some people I just fucking ignore because I'm like, this miserable bastard. But like you, I like, all right, let me get him fucking in here. He's throwing a full blown
You
temper
called me
tantrum.
out. You called me out. Yeah, I tried to stop throwing my fits. I'm more of a. I'll throw a fit privately. I'm not gonna. Yeah. Hey, shout out to my boy Lefty. I got some notes. Shout out to my boy Lefty. I'm a box truck driver too, so I deliver.
Oh, there you
tires.
go.
Heart of America.
Yes, sir. Hey, I got an idea. I don't know what you think it's kind of about. I hit you up trying to like link and spar. I know
Sure.
Lefty trying to. I'm sure you got a lot of that. Some people probably just talking shit they won't show, but
I haven't gotten any of the shit talking because I think people are afraid that I'll be like, oh, okay, if you're willing to come to me, I don't give a fuck. So
Yeah.
I don't get a lot of that.
I think a subscriber meetup. I don't know if you guys set like a bar. I'm not trying to tell you how to run your shit. You're
No,
obviously
no.
successful, but you set like a bar. We hit that bar. You find a date that works. If you could try to like line it up with a pay-per-view, man, like you talk to that dude in the gym, man, that shit would be fun, bro. A little bit of sparring, a little bit of rolling, watch the fights in the gym or something, if that's possible. I don't know, or hit a bar up, whatever.
We've talked about that.
Yeah.
So Jacob and I have talked about that a bunch of times. I had like huge ideas last year. When was that? Jake Paul fought at American Airlines Center here in Dallas. Who did he beat? Nate Diaz. And I was like, we should rent a suite and do a premium member like meetup thing. And then the suite was fucking 20 grand. So I was like, that's not happening. Woo. Like, that's absurd. Yeah. Then they reached out to me like a week later, 3 weeks later, like, hey, it's only 10 grand now. We cut the price. And honestly, 10 grand was manageable if it fit 20 people, which, you know, like, okay, that sounds crazy, but like it fits a lot of people, like whatever. But, you know, by then I had moved on. Then I had the same concept for this Mike Tyson fight, which is here in Dallas or right outside of Dallas at Cowboy Stadium or AT&T Stadium, as it's been pointed out to me by other people. And I had the same concept. And then that is also absurdly priced. So I do want to do like a premium member meetup. A couple of things there. One, it would be fucking embarrassing if 2 people showed up. So got to make sure people actually show up. And 2, you kind of got to do it right. Like, you can't just be like, oh, meet me at fucking Hokies bar and I'll get you a club soda. So we got to do it right. But that is something that it's something that we want to do. And it doesn't have to be premium members, maybe. I don't know. We got to figure it out. What I will say is Jacob and I will be in Vegas for UFC 303. And if anybody else will be there, we can at least say hi. But we are trying to figure something more official out for sure.
Yeah, that makes sense. And I'm sure the logistics are difficult. I mean, like the reason these other channels are mad at you is you got so many fucking people that fuck with y'all. So, hey, my bad. I'm just trying to get through this list and shit because I always forget.
No, you're good. Can I see the list? Can you hold it up? I just want to see how long it is. No, you're good.
It's not
Holy shit, that's a list. He drew a fucking box truck, Jacob. He wrote Lefty and then drew a picture of a truck.
Okay, pictures are helpful. So
those are good notes. Yeah.
So I got lock of the week on here because it's kind of about number one. I always throw. I know it's not much, but I'm a bomb like you guys. All right, $10 every lock of the week. I don't give a fuck if I love it or not, and I just want to say, wham, bro. That shit was epic, bro. Oh my god. Oh, that shit was so fun. And Lefty brought up Paul Craig. I'm not just trying to dick ride Lefty all night. The Paul Craig and the wham, my 2 favorite lock of the weeks of all fucking time. That shit was so fun.
The wham did work out for you. That is funny.
That shit was hilarious, bro.
Dude, everyone in the chat was like spamming it for like the next hour. Just wham! And every time I saw somebody just all caps, wham!
Bro, you know those Dustin Poirier war hats? I want a wham hat, bro. I want to. But
there you go. We do need a better merch situation. Here, real quick, before you move on to the next item on your picture.
Yeah,
there.
I'm running this shit today, I guess.
Yeah, dude. So you said you put $10 in every lock of the week. If you did this from the beginning, I'm on the website. If you go under account, there's a lock of the week tracker. That $10 would be $320 of net profit. Jacob is up 32 units on underdog lock of the weeks, which is kind of fucking crazy because as Jacob points out, as he points out, they're supposed to lose. They're underdog.
Every single one.
Yeah. You know, I would do the same with the safety parlay, but
okay, yeah. Next question. Next question.
No, did you guys? I put in the premium lounge talking about a fantasy football league. I feel bad because more folks hopped on right now than I thought would, and I think that's more of an August thing. I was gonna throw that out there. It'd be pretty dope if you one of y'all, both of y'all, whatever, hopped in a fantasy league. If y'all don't do it, it's all good. But that's just something I thought get all the premiums in a league together, something like that.
I'm gonna be honest with you. All of my sport energy goes into 1 or 2 sports.
What are they?
So that would be this.
Boxing and MMA?
Yeah. So it would be Jacob. If there was an NFL fantasy league for premium members, that's a Jacob thing. He's gonna have to figure that out. Maybe Josh, the web guy. I know he's a football fan. I assume he knows fantasy. That's not an Angelo thing. I I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. It's a good idea. It's a good idea. Send me a picture of this of your note sheet. 2 good ideas.
I got you. The other one I was gonna share just a little. See what you think. You guys are the experts. I got a little parlay I put together. I wish I was more prepared. I would have remembered the odds, but I kind of remember the payout and what I bet. I got Perez and Edwards over 1.5.
1.5.
I did the alternate. I did alternate.
1.5 is like you could, if you had $1 million, I'd put it on that.
And then it's a parlay
Is that
with
financial advice?
Yes.
Costa Strickland over 1.5 as well, and then Islam. I think I did Islam minus 3.5, so like essentially to get a finish or to
dominates or finishes.
And it's I think I did like 21 and it pays 40 if it hits. I don't know what y'all think. Just a little fun one. I liked it.
I mean, that sounds
good.
Great. I'll let Jacob. That sounds great to me.
What was the second part? Sorry, I was.
No, you're good. I know how you are, Jake. It's not.
I know what autism looks like.
Hey, shout out to my son. My son has autism. I know I probably put it on the internet, but I got thick skin.
My wrestling coach's son does too, and we started tumble classes and all of that. So
I'm waiting. He's almost there. He's nonverbal. He's high functioning but nonverbal. I'm waiting till I can get a little more communication.
Yeah, tumble
Perez
classes
Edwards,
were huge.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Perez Edwards over 1.5. Paulo Costa, Sean Strickland over 1.5, and Islam minus 3.5. I can't remember the odds. It's very close to even money, and I did like 21 to win 40, something like that. So I don't know.
Like that
feels good. Sure.
I mean, that should be. I mean, those 2 1.5 round lines are pretty much a lock.
Jinx the shit of those.
I did jinx it, so take it out on me if it doesn't hit.
Bro.
Those 2 1.5s are a lock, and Islam, of course, it's Dustin Poirier and he's durable and all those things. But like, honestly, that's a great parlay. That's a great parlay.
Thank you.
Because you got 2 to 1 odds on that. That's a phenomenal parlay.
Yeah, all right. So 2 quick things, and then I'll get out of here. I know I understand what y'all got going on. I know you get me in late. Jacob, I didn't say this to you.
But you're a bitch.
No. No.
You ain't talking to me like that.
No, bro. Not the last call in, the last live stream, not the last one you just did a while ago. Low energy, made me feel for you. Then you missed the live stream. Bro, I appreciate the energy you bring. I've talked some shit, never in a malicious way. Not like I've seen some real people talking shit. I'll fuck with you and talk shit, but as friends. But, bro, I said this on the call-in. I appreciate your energy, bro, because it makes the show really entertaining. I didn't know that. I thought I wanted straight to the beef, but, bro, I like all the silly shit. It made it really fun, and I watch you guys while I'm at work typically because I missed the first part of the show. So appreciate you, my guy.
Well, real quick, I'll pause right there.
Yeah.
He called in, Jacob, and was like, I didn't know I liked Jacob as much as I did until he wasn't there. Because then you were like, fuck, man. All the interruptions I thought annoyed me. And then without the interruptions, I was like, where are the interruptions? This is Gucci talking. Which is funny because that's just how life works. You don't know what you got till it's gone. Is basically a credence to live by.
Cliches are cliches for a reason.
Yeah.
No, I appreciate you saying that for sure.
No, it's all good. It's meant. And then the other thing, and I hate to end on some shit talking, but
but Jacob, you're a dumb bitch.
No, this is all you, Angelo.
Yeah, it's not gonna be me.
Oh yeah, I think we gotta. What time is it? I think.
Oh yeah,
my internet bill's running out.
Prepay.
Do you watch the fights with the sound off? Because I don't think you said one fighter's name the way they announced it. I hate Poirier. That's my least favorite way to say Poirier, but it's all good. Who's the other one? You have some other ones that are just.
Listen, I do listen to the names, and in my notes, sometimes I'll write it phonetically, like if it's a crazy name. Like that's how I know how to say. Oh fuck, I'm forgetting the name. There's a few names where they sound nothing like how they're actually written, like the letters. Yeah. So I'll sometimes write the notes phonetically. I always listen to it, but when I film my videos, I'm just filming them. Like, I'm not
write it phonetically on your script.
That's what I'm saying. Sometimes I write it phonetically on my script if it's absurd. If it's absurd, I'll write it phonetically on my script. Like even
my quick pick video this week, I said McCall Ola, what the fuck?
Yeah,
It's
I call him Ola
Oletsachuk or whatever.
Yeah.
But like even writing that phonetically is not easy. But like Amanda Lemosh, I wrote Lemosh for a while so I could say it correct. But some of these names are insane. Some of them are insane.
Hey,
Listen,
I'm
if you've been here for a while, then you have seen where I came from because in the beginning it wasn't even close.
How long? When did y'all start? I joined in like August. That's when I really started getting into like gambling more and watching you guys. So I don't know when you guys started.
We started in 2021 and then blew the fuck up. Oh no, not 2021. Was it 21, Jacob? Yeah.
Who knows?
I think so. It was after COVID. We
Feels
started
like it's been
after
15
COVID.
years, be honest
It
with
does. It does. It was after COVID we started, but we really last year's 18-week stretch is really where we started to grow exponentially. We had big, giant growth spurts like from 1,000 to 5,000, huge, and the But the huge, the 18 shows in a row last year really helped take things off.
Yeah. Well, I appreciate you guys. I hope you guys make money. I'm guessing, Jake, you're gonna wait. Are you really streaming, or was you fucking with?
Nah, he's
Angelo?
coming over. He's coming over.
Oh,
I think I am gonna stream the prelims.
No, I'll get the prelims, and then you're gonna come over.
No.
Hey, that's what's up.
Dude, you gotta come over. What the fuck?
I just want you to stream Lock of the Week, bro. If you,
It's the very
I just-
first fight.
I like,
so that's-
I like riding with Lock of the Week. I like watching. I turn the sound off the TV because I always mute you when I watch the live streams.
I love
mute you
like the
when
way
I
it was
pick
mute you.
against. No. I mute you when I pick against you. Cause I'm like, shut the fuck up. Cause I'm trying to make my own money. But when I don't have a bet or we're on the same side, I don't got the sound on. I don't need to hear them. So, yeah. But you do a lot. You do a lot of streaming. Jake, appreciate you guys. I'm gonna get out of here. See y'all next week.
All right,
All right,
see you.
man.
Drive safe.
Safe. Okay.
Yeah. Well, I mean, did you see that? And I'm hanging up right now, but did you see that court video of that guy who was driving and Zoom called into court?
I did, yeah.
Isn't that unbelievable? The self-awareness of that is insane.
Sir, are you driving right now? I'm getting ready to park. I am pulling into the spot right now, and the judge is just like, what are you doing?
I love
I'm
that the
parked. And
judge-
he's like, and now I'm parked. Like, we're good to go.
Yeah. Like he did everybody a favor.
Right.
I'm
I'm being safe. I'm going to pull over. It's like, that's not
Dude,
the point, dude.
My favorite part is the judge played his cards close. He didn't say, "Are you driving right now? Aren't you here for?" He played his cards to his chest. He played it close and then let the dude go through his whole thing, let the lawyer speak for him, and then was like, am I missing something? Aren't we here for a drive? That was, dude. And then the funniest part was the end because the judge is like, he's got to report to this. His bond is revoked. He has to turn himself into the police by 6 p.m. at this time, blah, blah, blah. And then you just see the dude on camera for a half a second go, oh. Like, yeah, you idiot. What did you think was going to, that's absurd, dude. Either way, hey, thanks for, you didn't need to call in. You went to the gym. You said you weren't feeling, do you feel better? Did the gym work it out of you? Or you're toughing it up for us?
I guess we'll find out.
In the morning. Well, I appreciate you hopping on. I appreciate everybody else for calling in. If you're not a premium member, come on. It's freaking $10 a month. Not only is it the greatest service on planet Earth, it's also a phenomenal way to help us.
Mavs are Western, our Dallas Mavericks. Angelo are going to the finals.
The Mavericks could win. They said that we
Mavs
could be the new
Celtics.
We could be the new Boston. Remember,
Stars are in
Boston
there?
had Boston had 3 championships in 1 year. We could be the new Boston. We've already got
Celtics
baseball.
and Bruins.
Baseball's done.
Rangers,
2 more.
Stars and Mavs. Stars is 2-2. Is that game tonight? I don't know, but we're going to be tuned in.
It's not. It's every other. I remember the news being like every night this week. So it's every other night. And honestly, people shit on the Cowboys. Like the memes are like, divisional conferences. They make the playoffs consistently. Like they're not
Cowboys do?
They just made the playoffs.
Yeah, that was like the first. They hardly ever.
They won the division 2 of the last 3 years. I'm not even a football guy, and I know this shit.
Make it. Let's see.
They just won the division 2 of the last 3 years. Their division won it.
They made the playoffs in 2003, 2006, 2007, 2009, and then not till 2014, 2016, 2018.
It's a lot of fucking. You're listening a lot. Do the same exact for the fucking Colts.
Okay.
Yeah, okay.
You're not gonna like this.
Well, I'm not a Cowboys fan, so I can give a fuck. But like people are shitting on them like they blow. They don't blow. The expectations
Here's the
are
Colts.
just
You ready?
unreasonable.
2002, 2003, 2004, 2005, 2006.
Is it just a
2007,
shit division?
2009, 2010, 2012, 2013, 2014, 2018, 2020.
Is it just a bad division? That's crazy. I didn't know that.
Well, they had fucking Peyton Manning, and then they had Andrew Luck, and then they struggled, and now we've got fucking Anthony Richardson. I guarantee the Colts win Super Bowl this year. They're going 15-2.
My favorite football. I'm not a huge football guy. It goes against every single friend I have in this world is a giant football fan except me. And I was raised by immigrants, so cut me a little bit of slack. My favorite thing was, Jacob, you'll appreciate this. In my media room in my old house, I was there. Jay, my brother-in-law, was there. Casey was there, who you'll see in Fight Foods vlogs every now and then. And they were doing their fantasy football draft. And I was like, yeah, just do it in the media room. Like, whatever. And I think it was Jay that drafted Andrew Luck. First round. Fucking first round, his first pick, Andrew Luck. Not 30 seconds later, it was literally sitcom comedic timing. Not 30 seconds later, Andrew Luck retires. Yeah, dude.
ESPN. Andrew Luck has retired from the NFL.
It was literally comedic timing from a sitcom.
Okay,
awesome.
imagine being a Colts fan when that happened. This isn't fucking fantasy football. This is your 28-year-old franchise quarterback. You're watching a preseason game, and all of a sudden you're on Twitter and you're like, what is this? Andrew? And then you see Andrew Luck on the sidelines because it's a preseason game. He's not playing. He's not suited up. He was injured or whatever.
Like,
and all of a
sudden,
no, the craziest part about the whole thing is it hit Twitter first. Somebody leaked it. It started spreading through the stadium. And once the team realized what was happening, Andrew Luck left the field. And as he left the field, and this was in Indianapolis, they booed the fucking shit because everyone realized all of a sudden that this guy's like fucking retiring. But I remember watching that being like, retire? What the fuck? It's like, holy
20s.
shit. It was like he 5 years in, we built the whole team around him. It's like, holy shit, this fucking jackass, but he still is in Indianapolis. And
what does he do does he do anything for money now? Obviously he made a chunk, but does he do anything?
I mean, that dude made $100 million probably in endorsements and everything else, so he's good to go. But he's kind of like just a book nerd now and goes around, and I think he coaches a little bit, and he's a super nice guy. He just couldn't do it anymore.
Yeah, because I've never really seen him. He's not like particularly handsome or charming, so he's not in like a bunch of commercials and yeah. But they didn't like turn him into anything other than he was a football player.
Well, they didn't have time. He fucking retired.
Yeah.
Literally right in the prime of his fucking career.
I'll never forget.
And it set our franchise back like 5, 6, 7 years. We're still like, it's crazy. Like he should still be in his like how old? He's gotta be 35 right now. It should be the prime of his fucking career right now.
He's done. Yeah.
And he's been done forever.
Dude, I'll never forget that.
He's 34.
Yeah, I was cracking up, dude. I'll never.
We should have 9 Super Bowls by now.
Yeah,
he was so good. It's crazy.
Yeah, that's great, man. All right, well, I appreciate every single one of you who called in. I appreciate Jacob for hopping onto the show, even though he was doing other stuff in the meantime. Good luck this weekend, guys. Tomorrow, you're going to get the betting video, the DraftKings video. Saturday, hopefully, you do not see a live stream from Jacob because that means he's at my house chilling with the boys, watching fights. No cameras, just hanging out, doing the things. If you do see him, well, fuck him, but I hope it's a good show. Thanks for hanging out, guys. Appreciate every last one of you. You can say